Yes, people. Welcome to another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I like I start each and every show on the channel. Big up to everybody who is supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity. Like I say, whether you're in the comments on the live shows, you're in the comments commenting, or you watch the shows live and you have it on in the background, whether you watch the shows back afterwards or whether you listen via one of the audio platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes, it's all appreciated. But please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or if you are watching this back on the YouTube, hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all the socials. Vitally important you do that. Click that share button, share it to all them social media platforms you are active on: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp status, WhatsApp group, wherever. I still need to put out the actual tweets and everything myself, so please go and do that. And subscribe to the channel as well, Sarcasm City TV. Road to 4K, people. Hit the notification bell. Also updated the upcoming live stream schedule as well for the entire have I done every day up until Saturday? So I'm going to do Sunday, which will be one NBA game, Lakers Pelicans, and the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Of course, you're going to continue to get content even during international break. And make sure, if you listen via one of the audio platforms, follow on SoundCloud, follow on Spotify as well. But yes, people, this is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we discuss all things sarcasm. Well, we discuss all things where you lot in the comments run the show, and you get to ask me any sporting question, past or present. So it's any sport, past or present. So it can be a football question, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, it can be cricket, tennis, anything you want to ask. Also, members' comments do take priority, like a super chat as well, people. And for those that are new here, normally these shows start with just me, and the rest of the panelists will join. I need to send a link to Cams as well, because he did say he wants to hop on. I'm not sure who else will be joining. We'll have a whole heap of co-hosts. Big up Prime, who was there early with the fire emojis. Jeff with his resident Arsenal shit. Love to see it. Nippon says big up. Large up my GTA gang Snoop, who says yes sir, big up. Ali A says flawless quad loading. Why are you in the gym? Your quads are doing well. All right, Ali A, I respect it. Is it arms or the quad on the legs? Like, yo man, stay in shape, man. 100% respect that. Snoop says question, why is AC Milan the greatest team ever? What, AC Milan now? I don't think you are the greatest team ever. You ain't even been the best team in Italy, to be honest. You've been the top two teams in Italy. I don't know the last time you lot won a Serie A or a Champions League. Please let me know, Snoop. I forgot. My mind doesn't go right that far. I'm going to check it, though. And he says, I don't even know who this is. Who's Mike? I can't pronounce his surname. Who is that? Please let me know. Who is that? I'm lost. But get your questions in, people. Get your questions in. If you are, remember, I will star all the messages, so I make sure I get to your question. I'll make sure I get to it. 100%. What else we got? Let's go. Sending the links to Cam as well. Law, you were here. You know the quadruple. Why you can't? So both arms, both legs. I see you, my guy. Let's go. Oh, he's the AC Milan goalkeeper. Is he any good, Prime? Please let me know. Is he any good? I legit don't know. Is the Milan keeper? So you lot keep me in the loop. Flawless is Ryan coming on. I'm not sure. I just left him on Shameless FC. Yes, he just messaged me now, so he will be coming on. Let me send him the link. Send him the link now. But you lot continue to move the likes up as well. A lot of you lot here from early. What is it? Is it because of the title? But anyway, that is the title of the Q&A. Liverpool, Manchester City, and Chelsea all through to the, I was going to say Champions League, but they are all through to the Champions League quarterfinals, but all through to the FA Cup semi-finals. We see Chelsea today beat Nottingham Forest. We seen Manchester City beat Southampton, and we seen Chelsea dispatch of Middlesbrough as well. And welcome to the show, my guy Jez in the building. What are you telling me, Jez? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, Flawless. How are you?
Yeah, man. Oh, bless. No stairs for you. Actually, you lot won today, so thoughts on that?
Yeah.
You lot, give me your thoughts on that, because I didn't watch it. You lot won, and welcome Timo to the show as well. Talk to me.
It was a good performance. 3-1, obviously, to the mighty Spurs. Hold that West Ham. Son today very clinical. Even though one goal was an own goal from Suma, so we take those clinical chances that we had in Kane. Again today with his playmaking ability, his passing ability, just setting them all up. And I think overall as well, we saw West Ham go 120 minutes against Seville in midweek. So we took advantage of that and actually tried to press because we usually don't press like that, like we did today. So I guess Conte was seeing probably their fatigue and said we go with all energy out there. Stupid goal that we conceded, in my opinion. A flick on from Greg Dawson, I think, to Ben Rama, who scored near post Luis' goal. But other than that, I think we dealt with them really well, and the third goal was so needed because it just ended the game completely for them. There was no chance they could come back.
All right, fair enough. Timo, what you telling me? You good?
Yeah, all good. All good.
Good?
Yeah,
Man, calm. Thoughts on, obviously, you've seen your team go through to the FA Cup semi-final, so you still, well, you're in 2 competitions, obviously chasing 2 cups. Thoughts? Talk to
yeah,
me.
pretty much like I've been predicting, especially against Middlesbrough's side, the giant killers of this competition. And I think we put up a professional performance, I would say, even though we dropped that intensity in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's all about the results. And I feel like I just don't want to say redemption because I keep saying that from last season. So I think it's just more of Tuchel's trying to get these guys going, keep winning games, to keep playing consistent, whatever the distraction around us at the moment. But yeah, pretty much this is what I've been predicted. Like this is probably the last game before the national break, so everyone can go on a maybe a holiday or maybe like because some of these guys didn't get called up in my opinion. Like lots of them, most all of them get called up to the national team. But yeah, I think it's all about the recharge, refresh, and yeah, when it comes to the April 2nd against Brentford, these guys fully ready, and we hope to have the new owners by then, and also the injuries as well on our team. So yeah, looking good for our team, and yeah, I'll be interesting what's the international break give us. Though hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, there's no injury for my boys.
Right, we've had loads of people just join at once, like a goddamn Royal Rumble. Ryan, what are you telling me? Thoughts on Liverpool obviously going through today against Nottingham Forest quickly?
I thought we were very poor today, if I'm being real. Very poor. You could tell we'd made quite a few changes to the lineup. I thought the people who came in weren't great today. Simicas, I thought he was poor today, even though he put in the great cross towards the end. But I ain't going to get onto him because for most of the season he's been fantastic when he's played. I thought Keita and Ox were really poor, really, really poor. I think that's still one area. I think our defensive options are strong and our attacking options are strong in the squad. But whilst we've got a lot of numbers in midfield, that's still our area of weakness because after Thiago and Fabinho, the downgrade is so big. Like we've just not got good enough options there, in my opinion. So I think we need a couple of midfielders in the summer. But I thought Joe Gomez, fair play to him. I actually thought he played well today as well, considering he's not had a lot of game time. I thought he did well coming in at right back today. Actually, I'll give him credit. But yeah, I thought we were really poor. I thought Jota was horrendous, even though he scored the goal. Firmino was poor. Actually, I thought Firmino was okay first half, but second half I thought he was poor. Yeah, we just couldn't get our game going. Forest, were unlucky. They played very well. They should have gone ahead just before we scored. But at the end of the day, we just got the win, and that's all that matters, man. And sets up a good tie against City then at Wembley.
All right, Cams, I've not got to you yet. Thoughts again, Liverpool fan for those that don't know, never regular here. Thoughts on today's game? Obviously, you lot going through and still chasing 4 trophies.
Yeah, we weren't great. Ryan said it weren't great, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about performances at this stage of the season. Just win the games. Just about results at this stage. But yeah, next round. Actually, not too bothered about this semi-final. I'm not gonna lie. If we can throw this, just I don't care. I don't care about a quadruple Ryan. I'm prioritizing the league and the Champions League. If it means losing the semi-final, I don't care.
Nah, but you know what it is? I actually think, because I think we should go for every competition, to be honest. I get the prioritizing thing, but the more momentum you carry through is better. If you can still say you're in all 3 competitions, it's like, and I do think getting City in the semi, I think Klopp's going to play his strongest team, and the reason why is I don't think he weakens against Pep. I think because he knows. Let's say we go into that. Let's say we start a similar team to what we started with today against City in that semi-final. He knows we're getting put in a spliff. He knows we're losing about 5-0, let's be real, if that happens. And he's not going to want that, especially at this stage of the season, to lose 5-0 against Pep or something like that when we're going head-to-head with him for a title. At the end of the day, that could be an important game. Whoever goes through in that game could give them momentum for the title running as well at the end of the day. So I think it's a massive game, that FA Cup semi-final, not only just to win the FA Cup, but actually for the other two competitions as well in terms of momentum. Beating the other could provide a good platform, at the end of the day for me. And, I think if we had drawn Chelsea or Palace, I actually think Klopp would actually, I was not saying he'd go weak, but he would make a few changes. But I think against Pep, I think he goes as strong as he can, I'll be honest.
All right, fair enough. Hey, you lot get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Likes are way too low in that. I mean, there's over 20 of you lot in there, so there should be 20 likes. Continue to get your questions in. We will get to them all as well. Yo, Snoop, I'm not even lying, man. I don't know the AC Milan goalkeeper. Like, I don't, innit? I don't watch Serie A. Like, you keep thinking I'm just running bants. Like, I legit don't know who he is. If I walked outside my house right now, my house, and he walked past me, I wouldn't know him by face. I don't know who he is.
Who is the
Mignon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly,
Mike,
fam.
Mike,
Oh my
maybe.
God.
Yeah, this
He
guy,
was-
because Snoop, for those that don't know, me and Snoop, he's part of the GTA gang. So when we're online on GTA, me, him, Eddie, Surf will be running around, and he's an AC Milan fan. And he's telling me about AC Milan going to be winning the league, and we've got Mike, and he mentioned the goalkeeper and that. And I'm like, yo, I don't know who these guys are.
You got Giroud.
Yeah, they got Giroud. They also finished bottom of their group, but we move. Brother Flawless, when we win in the league, I'm after you. Yeah, all right, you won a dead Serie A. You know what I'm saying? Call me in it. All right, cool. Hold that. And for you lot to finish bottom of the group again, but we move. Theo Hernandez is cold though. Big up to Eagle Eyed as well in the cut. Evening all Wembley.
Big up Eagle-eyed.
Palace fan. You know what I'm saying? Trying to follow your mode and support as much people as possible. Always, man. Eagle Eyed, if you want the link, feel free to hop on because we'd love to get your take. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Eagle Eyed though. Doing Crystal Palace content amongst more. I know he talks about just more. Very knowledgeable as well, people. Very, very knowledgeable. When you buy Ronaldo, Sanchez, Flawless, who's buying? Are we back? Are you playing Football Manager 2008? Man said Ronaldo, Sanchez, and Aiden McGeady.
Your Aiden
Hey.
McGeady was a baller,
Yo, this is way. It's big up to Ugly Gram in the cut as well. Ali A says United did it in 99 and beat Arsenal in the semis and they won the treble. Yeah, that team's different though. That's the problem. That team was different. The manager was different. But we gonna see. It's gonna be an interesting end to the season as well.
This
It's
last
a lot of
end to
football.
the season is going to be emotional, intense, and everything like that, man.
Yo,
I think that's just you with the emotional stuff.
yes,
Like, nobody's
it's just you.
like, I think
Nah,
nobody's
come on,
emotional.
man. Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, like we're in all three, man. Like, it's going to be
Let's see
crazy.
what happens on April the 10th. Let's see what happens there first.
What's
You know
the
what's
date?
crazy?
What date's
That's
that? What's going on?
That's when we play City.
Liverpool,
That's
Man
the
City.
battle
Yeah.
of the game with City.
You know what's crazy though?
Talk
I
to me.
think, because put it this way, I expect both teams, City and Liverpool, to win their league game before that game. So we play Watford at home and City play Burnley away. I
Don't
expect
disregard
both teams
Watford.
to win
The fuck?
those
Seriously, I'll be
games.
crazy. You know what I'm saying, how dare you disrespect the black and yellows? What's wrong?
No,
The
I'm not
Hornets. What's wrong with
disrespecting.
you?
I just think,
Yeah, you
let's
better be better and backtrack. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
think
better.
everyone
Go on,
expects
carry on.
Liverpool to win that game, though.
Use everyone. I don't. No, you just everyone
Yeah.
stuff. You do. You know what I'm saying? That's a you thing. You and Timo.
But then-
That's what I is. Ain't that right, Timo? I ain't saying nothing.
You're asking the
you
guy
know
who's not in a title race, man.
saying.
But look,
Nah, that's nothing to do with that. But we move.
For them,
But
it's
like
just about
with-
finishing third.
so like you're presuming going into that City Liverpool game, City should still be 1 point ahead of Liverpool going into that game. So I think if City were to win that game, I think 4 points with 8 games to go, it would be over. But they're in an unbelievable position then, I think, and it's very hard to see them fucking up from then. But even if we were to win that game and go 2 points clear, I don't. With 7 or 8 games to go, whatever it is, the league's still far from done. Then at the end of the day, so I don't think it all depends on that Man City Liverpool game in terms of us winning the league. For me, I think
it's a
more.
momentum shifter, though. I think
It's
big
a
on
momentum shifter, but it is definitely. But I don't think it's a massive game as well. Don't get me wrong. I think it's probably going to be the biggest Premier League game for about
Since
nearly
last
10
one,
years or
18,
something
19,
probably. But
would be the big ones. Big
no, you
since
know
the
why
last
it's
one.
bigger than the 18-19 one? Because that 18-19 one was in January, fam. Like that game, like that was still in the middle of the season. Whereas this is coming towards going to be in April, so like it's more in the running, innit? So like it's probably the biggest game since we played them in 13-14 when Coutinho scored. Probably the biggest since then, I'd say. But yeah, this is going to be a huge game. But I think if Liverpool were to beat City, I don't think it guarantees a title or anything. There's still a lot of football to be played after that at the end of the day.
Yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying.
And put it
fam.
this
It's
way
cool.
as well.
Go
I
on.
think, let's say City Liverpool play each other Champions League final, which could easily happen. Let's be real. That could be the Champions League
Now that
final.
you said it, it's not gonna happen.
All right.
Let's
Now
go.
that you've said it,
I'm not
that
trying to
Ryan
play
Kerr's gonna
City
kick in people.
all the
That Ryan,
finals
yeah,
and
go on, Cams.
semi-finals. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
like
see
now
them
you
all
said
the
that
time.
it's not gonna happen, fam. I'm
But
telling
I
you.
think, let's say that final does happen. I think whoever wins the title will win that final as
Yeah,
well.
because it's
I think
a
it'll be
definitely.
opposite.
Cam said it at momentum shift.
Yeah,
That's
I
hard
think
to come
whoever
back.
wins the title would win that final. Yeah.
You have a psychological edge. If you've just battled with a team for your domestic league title and you beat them to that domestic league title, like whoever wins that game at Etihad, whether it's City or whether it's Liverpool, if you then go on then to win the league title and then you play them a few days later in the Champions League, momentum's with you.
Yeah,
Because
and
you
I
know
also
this team
think
could beat you
City-
out. This team could beat you to 2 trophies and could have knocked you out potentially of the FA Cup as well.
Yeah,
100%.
and I think City would be under more pressure if they were to play us in a Champions League final. Because let's be honest, they're under a lot more pressure to win it than what we are. We've won it very recently; they've never won it, so they'd be under massive. Even if City win the league and play us in a Champions League final, I think City would be under more pressure to win that game than us. Still, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, without question, fam. But again, the league ties into that as well as in who's
Yeah,
won that.
100%,
Because you don't
100%.
want to be runners up twice.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't want that. You don't want to be doing Chelsea in 08. You don't want to be
Bro, I'm
holding that.
desperate. I actually believe that. You know what it is? I think it is literally the same thing as 18-19, the title race, where we were like 1 point behind with these amount of games to go and stuff. But it does feel a bit different because it feels like City aren't as good a team as what they were that season. Whereas
They're not as good. They're definitely not as good.
They're not as good as that team. And also, I think our squad is a lot better than that. Well, I don't think I know our squad's a lot better this season than that season. Let's be real. So, like, it does feel a bit different this season, like, to be fair. And City are dropping points at critical times now. They ain't got a lot of momentum. They had momentum at this time. They were in the middle of their 14-game winning run, whatever it was.
Right now, City are not playing the best.
They're dropping points,
but they're not getting results. This is the stage of the season where you want to be getting results.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, good performances, bad performances, you need the results.
I do think these are the reasons why Liverpool people are saying Liverpool are favourites for the title. I don't think we're favourites yet, if I'm being real. I still think City are the favourites because they're 1 point ahead and they got the game at the Etihad. But it's going to be. I still think it's going to be tight, man.
One thing I do think about that game is, even though I despise both your teams, you lot playing each other, I'm always entertained by it. Liverpool
it's always
City
the most entertaining game because
the game I feel that 2-2 was very good. Like, I'm just talking from a sheer footballing perspective.
So predictable.
Like, sure, like that. I'm not neutral. I can't stand either, but I'm just saying, just watching as a football fan, I enjoy watching the game. Even though I want you to both lose, I'm like, this is actually 2 teams at the highest level going head to head. It's great to see.
It's because you've got 2 teams there who I honestly feel the only team capable. I always say this: the only team that can go toe to toe with Man City and beat Man City is us, and the only team that can go toe to toe with us and beat us is Manchester City on a good day. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, at the end of the day, these teams will just go for each other on that day, and whoever comes out on top. But also, they're 2 attack-minded front foot teams, but with two kind of different styles as well. That's what makes it entertaining as well. You got City who are more, neat and tidy, and kind of a bit more slower maybe, but more possession based. And even though we keep the ball, ours is a lot more direct, explosive, and all that. So it's going to be a great game, man. Legit, it's going to be a great game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you're right, King Luki, when you said sounds like 08 Manchester United and Chelsea with the league and Champions League, very similar. Until we started talking about it on this show, I can definitely see the similarities. You again continue to get your questions in. Don't have to be about Liverpool City. or Chelsea or anything to do with the title can be. Like I said, sport, because you lot ask so many random questions. This is the show for you to ask any sporting question you want. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Timo, though, I got a question for you though. How the Lakers faring up? You gonna get through the play-ins? Talk to me. You're not getting through the play-ins, but you got LeBron, Raymond James, fam. This guy wanted to at me on yesterday. You wanted to at me on yesterday. Now you on mute. What's going on, fam? Talk to me.
Hey, not even yesterday. Today, like
Yeah, it was technically today. Yeah,
a couple of hours ago.
This guy in it. This guy wanted to talk and now you got nothing. Now because if you win all your games, you're still a playing team. Still can't make it. You still got to go through the playing tournament.
Games.
Yep, even if they win 11, the highest they can get is 8th.
They can't get playoffs now completely.
No, can't get playoffs. They got to get into the play-ins, and then maybe they can, and then if you win the playing games, then you go to the playoffs. So what it is, 1 to 6 go straight into the playoffs. Then 7 will play 8. The winner of that gets 7th, and then whoever loses the 7th versus 8th game will play the team who wins the 9th versus 10th, and then they'll go head to head for the 8th spot. So if you finish 7th or 8th, you get 2 chances to get into the playoffs. But the Lakers might not finish 8th because currently are you man 9th or 10th?
9.
Yeah, 9th. They could finish 10th. So they would have to win 2 games to get into the playoffs, and they're not beating the Clippers or the Timberwolves, who are currently 7th or 8th. But for content purposes, I want the Lakers in the playoffs in a 7-game series. Well, it's not going to happen.
Against the Suns as well.
Oh, they get sent to God by the Suns. They get sent to God by the Suns.
Not to speak until the playoffs time, but we will.
Hey, you might not be there, fam.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you even get there, like, team, I'll give you one game. I'll give you one game in the play.
I prefer not to speak at any this moment.
How's Russ
now you can speak. Russ been doing Russ things. You get what I'm saying, and that beefing with fans and shit.
To be fair, he's been doing like the last 2 games. He's been doing his thing. I can't lie, but they're still not winning games. So yeah.
So mad. Big up Saint in the cut as well. Large up to Saint. Question to you all: who's the best left back in the world? The answer is I don't even know who TFR is, but
I know.
I'm saying Alphonso Davies in it. That's what I'm going with.
I'm still saying Robertson. You know.
So you're saying Robertson. Timo, who you got?
He says Ben Chilwell here. You know.
No, of course not.
Oh, thank you.
Of course not for that. Yeah, of course not.
This is what I'm talking about. Left back. Ben Chilwell's a left wing back.
Yo, whatever, man. Who's the best left wing back, man? This guy trying to be semantic.
I think at the moment, Alphonso Davies currently.
All right, cool. Jez, what you saying?
He's been out with
even though he's been out, I've still have him. Even though he's been injured, I'm still saying he's the best. Even though he has been out.
The moment.
Yeah, just guy, it's team off for you in it, fam. You know what I'm saying?
At the moment, with Alphonso Davies being out, I would say Theo Hernandez, but overall, I think Davis is for me the best left back in the world.
Cool. Hold that, Snoop. What you saying, Camps? Best left back.
I like Theo Hernandez. He's a close second, but it's Robertson for me.
See, hold that, Snoop. Hold that. No one
I've always backed my Robbo.
I know he wanted us to say Theo Hernandez.
Brian says, "Did you guys watch El Clasico today? Barcelona absolutely screwed Madrid today. Footballing lesson. I did not watch it. Did anybody on the panel watch?
I didn't watch it, but I was shocked.
Okay, Camps, you watched it. Thoughts?
Barca are incredible. Pedri is just he bossed like that entire Madrid midfield at the Bernabeu. To be fair, they didn't have Benzema.
It was at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, it was the Bernabeu.
It was the Bernabeu.
Like it's like Modric was playing so high up for most of the game, and he just could not affect anything. Like the defending was on point. The centre back that I can't even pronounce his name. The Araujo guy, he's quality. Every Barca player was quality. Even Aubameyang, everyone was saying he's washed, but he's just done it against Real Madrid. Like, they were quality. Xavi's got something. He's got something up his sleeve at Barcelona. Like he's doing bits.
Did anyone else watch it?
I watched it.
All right, Jess.
I heard the defenders kind of drop the sinkers though. Real Madrid defenders.
Yeah, like
that's something that
I think the thing is, I think with Real Madrid, first things first, I think Benzema was definitely a big miss because Vinicius, Jesus Christ, like without Benzema, it's hard for him to kind of do it by himself. Like he's not at the level yet to kind of like dominate a game by himself or just take over a game by himself. Like he needs Benzema 100% because without him, he was struggling to get past any defender from Barca. And same goes with Dani Carvajal. He was awful today. Like just so many players off. You had Modric kind of playing like false 9. in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
they
it was,
could-
it was.
That's the
Like,
thing that
you couldn't-
possibly that Chelsea will think of, because if we expose that car for our side, right, it's gonna
like,
be
this
long.
the thing, because I felt like they should at least try to. I know they have like a backup striker, not Jovic, another backup striker who was shit, but at least putting that Modric can go to midfield at least and do what he's supposed to do. But I think, but they shouldn't take credit from Xavi away. I think Xavi just coached his team very well. I've been watching Barca for a good time now. Xavi's definitely a much more improvement in terms of compared to Coleman. And also the way he got Dembele not playing, he got the
He
youngsters playing.
out-tacticked Ancelotti.
Yeah,
Out-tacticked him. He schooled Ancelotti. It's mad.
100%. Like it's gonna be interesting to see now, like how Xavi is gonna do next season.
And that's no easy feat. And I forgot to mention it. Yo, big up to Eagle Eye because you said you lost your voice. Was you at the game today, or
Yeah,
was
he
you
was,
just
he
like
was.
at home? So he was at the game. Yeah, that's why you would have been going mad. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, man, I'm
Getting the
glad
best out
to
of
hear that.
Dembele as well.
Yeah, Dembele is doing well. Aubameyang could have had a hat trick today. This whole
I'm just seeing hella PMP jokes, about like Xavi, like people running bants, like
Yeah.
he's just getting pace and power players in it. Not like it's a bad thing, but I've just seen hella.
low-key,
I've seen
low-key.
borderline, and I'm like, that's
He
crazy.
gave into
You know
the
what it
dark
is,
side. He gave in.
You know what it is here? He's still trying to have this Barca kind of way, but he's trying to add PMP to it. Like
Okay.
And also Aubameyang, if you go to Aubameyang's latest tweet, he tweeted, let me go again. Hello from a Finnish player, and you know the Dragon Ball Goku's teleportation and thing.
Is that what he did?
Yeah,
No,
like
he
if you go
did.
to Aubameyang's Twitter, like this he literally just tweeted that like 26 minutes ago.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
so probably
I genuinely being honest here. Like,
Before you go one second, I just want to get out Snoop because he says I can't take this. I'm heartbroken. Theo ain't first. I'm so hold that Snoop. Go on, Harry.
Snoop, you gotta hold that. Sorry.
Yeah, hold that Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
when I heard first from Cams and Jess, like, I genuinely think that we could beat Real Madrid. Genuinely.
Oh, you definitely can.
Oh, you can.
You're
It's
my
your favorite
favourites anyway.
to me, your favorites for the tie. But if Real Madrid were to go through, would it shock me? No, because they have X factors.
Because you know what it is here with that game today as well.
We just need to keep that X factors quiet, though.
Yes, if you keep Benzema quiet, I think you go through. But that's a very, very tough task. I think he's the best striker left in the competition. But that's just me. I think he's the best striker in Europe.
The thing is, yeah, you can kind of argue. It was kind of confusing what they did. They weren't playing their usual 4-3-3, and that like it's like he was trying to. Ancelotti was like he's trying to experiment because Benzema wasn't there. But you can clearly tell without Benzema there as the focal point for the attack, nothing was gonna work. And they have nobody else to kind of put it there in the position. But if Benzema's out, I think Chelsea is gonna have it so easy. Like this one saying, if Benzema's gonna be there, they just have to contain him because he's gonna be their focal point. Like you have Modric, they have Toni Kroos, they have Casemiro, Camavinga, Federico, Valverde, but Benzema is the one. Like you just can't let him cook. Just can't.
Apparently, he played
4-2-4,
Modric false nine though,
got-
which is a weird one.
That's a bad mistake. If
They
he did
played a
that, that's a bad
4-2-4,
mistake.
He was playing false nine today.
Opened up.
Like that's the.
But if you put Benzema back in the team, then it means Modric goes back into midfield. Automatically, they become a stronger team at the end of the day. Like, just by
Yeah,
that.
of course. You have to look at like the context of the game, but you have to give credit to Xavi and what he said. And
Yeah.
Brian agrees with what both Cams and Jez said, and the other two watched it and said he gave into the dark arts that they're playing the Barcelona
Did
way
Adama
or with
play?
pace and power. I don't know. Did Adama try already play?
He came on near the end.
And I bet there was just loads of space for him with them high lines as well.
Yeah.
Like,
At
he's
the end of the
just
tower as well, I feel like someone spiked his drink or something before the game. He was on crack or something.
Where would you
like,
be?
it's funny
He
shit.
was awful. He was awful.
Oh, you just bad. Okay.
Terrible.
Yes.
That's the thing, bro.
Samazo.
Oh.
But yeah,
I
now
don't
we
know.
gonna watch it. Yeah, go on, Jez, go on.
No, I was just saying, like, it's weird because I've seen Adama play as well, and I can't lie, in Spain, he's making them look like here in the Premier League, but it's a little bit worse because they're not used to someone like
Yeah, I
Adama.
said from the start when Adama joined, they ain't prepared. Those defenders ain't prepared for that. His pace and power, man. His pace and power is different level. Let's be real.
Maybe this Barcelona to Rashford thing has legs. Maybe.
Nah,
What
Rashford's
you lot
like,
saying?
fucking hell, Rashford's
I mean,
saying?
I found Torres
You man are
as well.
saying one thing he can do is run. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing he can do.
Ferran Torres as well. He was missing bare chances. Like it generally could have been like more than 4. It could have been like 7, 8. Like it was bad.
Yeah, and Brian was saying it here, but we were saying again, Ancelotti fucked up. Benzema was out, so he played Modric false nine,
He
reducing
played
Modric's
Modric
influence
false
in the
nine.
game. But that doesn't take away from how good Barca were. No, I hear that.
How
So
he
says
playing false nine?
Barcelona's midfield three dominated the game. Pedri, Frankie de Jong, and Busquets. I have to
Pedri,
check
man,
the highlights of this game.
Honestly, Pedri's.
Keep hearing about him. He's one of them I keep hearing about, like
He's
consistently.
he's soon
Good news
people
is
are going to
on
put him in
Amazon
that
Prime as well,
the
the
Mbappe
game.
Haaland bracket, but it's because he doesn't
Okay.
get GA. It's not popular to say, but he's in that bracket. He's 100% in that bracket. He's ridiculous.
We'll find out. Nippon says this is a good question. He says question for all of you. Who's the most overrated player in each team of the
So going
quarterfinals?
to 18.
So Timo, we'll start with you. We'll run through it. This is actually a good question. Chelsea. Welcome, Peter, as well. Good to have you. The
What up?
I'll
My
say
G.
following Menu.
Yeah,
All
Westbrook
right,
is
no.
good. Thought it was safe.
Who's Chelsea's most overrated player in your eyes?
No one's overrated.
All right. Okay. Peter, you can land here because this is where we're going.
For me,
Who's the
it's
most
easy, but
Who's
yeah.
the most overrated player in Chelsea's side?
There is an easy answer to this, and we just don't want to say it. He wears
Double
number
M.
9, and he has
It's
long.
the MM. Yeah.
He wears number 19. He has long hair.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going with Mason Mount.
Well, let's not lie here.
What? I hear that. Jez, what you saying? Most overrated player in Chelsea's side?
Number 19.
Okay, number 19. See, not everyone's number 19s could be cold, but we move. Go on, talk to me, Ryan.
It's Mason Mount or Ben Chilwell for me, but I'd probably edge Mason Mount.
Okay, Camps.
Yeah, it's Mason Mount, mate. It's got to be Mason Mount.
All right, unanimous. Back to Mr. No one is in our team is overrated. Timo, most overrated player in your side?
In Chelsea's side, no one.
Yes, Chelsea FC, fam. Yes.
No one. I said no one.
Overrated doesn't mean bad, you know. It just
Guys,
means
yeah.
one of
Again,
those.
we need to dispel this myth that overrated does mean bad. You can be
The funny
overrated
thing
and be
is,
world class.
Like our squad generally, like our players at the top level, not many of them are rated like that anyways. So like there's few candidates for this. Like if you're not saying Chilwell, if you're not saying Mount, if you're not saying like a Havertz, then like I don't really think you have a case like with the defensive players because you either don't rate them or accept that they're incredible.
Oh, it's just those three. Like I couldn't think of any Chelsea player.
Daniel's not having it, but like Daniel, he is. I'm not saying Mount's a bad player, but Mount is nothing special. I've said this
people have got this issue with the word overrated. Doesn't mean you're bad.
Yeah.
It's because of Ryan, innit? Ryan did that. You did that, Ryan. You tarnished it. Yes, you. It was you. You tarnished it. Yes.
To be clear, most of our fan base rates Mason Mount and wants him to be the star boy, like next Lampard. There's not even many players you could potentially slap the overrated tag on. Like, there's really not. Chilwell's ACL is torn. He was in the best form of his career when he got hurt. Like, if you're going off recency bias, you really can't say Chilwell. Reece, you've seen what our team looks like without a minute. Nobody thinks the defenders are the most overrated player in our team, right? Our goalkeeper, his CV speaks for itself. No one thinks our attacking players are even good. So, like, they're not even rated. Like, people saying Hudson-Odoi, Hudson-Odoi is just not good. Like, I don't think he's overrated. I just think he's not good. He doesn't even play.
I think Chalobah
I think I overrated him because I expected more from him. I thought Chelsea fans were being harsh.
Ryan, here's the thing. Chalobah's our 5th choice center back.
Yeah. Like, and this the thing as well.
Because I think Chalobah's crap, to be honest.
I don't see people like that say, "Oh my God, Chalobah, he needs to be starting every game." You need to be rated very highly.
What do you think about Jorginho? This guy said Jorginho. What do you think about Jorginho?
Jorginho's underrated.
I do not understand the slander that man gets. Don't get it.
The funny thing about this, our fans' consensus don't rate him. So how can he be overrated?
He's underrated.
Qualified from this conversation. Half our fan base doesn't rate him.
That's the crazy part to me.
Overrated?
I hear Chelsea fans that say, "Oh, we could get better in this position." But he's not only is he very good and he's very consistent, he's also helped you achieve great things. I don't get it.
Matter.
Yes,
he's third in a Ballon d'Or vote. Like for whatever you want to say about him, our fans still don't rate him like that.
Yeah, this guy went to the Euros and played against the guy
And
that a lot of your fan base
Mohamed,
want to
he
sign.
got top 3 Ballon d'Or because he deserved it. Mohamed, he did everything Modric did in 2018, but did it better. He actually won an international tournament. He was integral to a side winning the Champions League. He deserved it.
Spooky
Our fans,
conversations.
like, how can I? That's like me saying this. Like, this is like me saying, I don't know, like Joe Gomez is overrated by Liverpool fans. He hardly plays. A bunch of Liverpool fan base doesn't rate him, right? Or like let's say John Stones is overrated by Manchester City fans. He hardly plays. How can I say that? It doesn't make sense. Like, if you're going to say someone is overrated, they have to, in my mind, they have to be universally rated or mostly universally rated by their own fan base. And the hype and the discussion, there has to be a difference between that and that person's actual like ability and production. Mount, as of now, the way like people talk about him, as our own fans compare Mount to João Felix, which for many reasons, right? But like, for example, like no one else in our fan base suffers from ridiculous comparisons as such. I don't think he's anything similar to João Felix. I don't think he's as naturally talented. I don't think that's a bad thing, right? But like nobody else in our fan base gets completely absurd comparisons. At least in my opinion. Maybe I don't see it. Maybe I have a huge blind spot. I don't know. But a lot of people sit here and say our team is shit, or like they're not that good. You don't have many world-class players. I'd kind of agree with you. So like I don't think we have many contenders for like I can't say Werner's overrated.
Yeah, because no one rates him. And to Daniel's point, when you say everyone hypes Mount, even right, I have never heard anybody hype Mount who's not a Chelsea fan. I swear in my life. You may have because you're more active on social media than I am. I know you might listen to more spaces than I do for the most part. I never hear Mount. When Mount is getting his ratings, it's from Chelsea fans.
If anything, that makes more sense to why he's overrated if everyone else is rating him.
Yeah, me and Cams have never had a conversation being like, yo, did you see Mason Mount today? And we talk pretty much every day about football.
Can any of you think of the players in our team that are like universally rated amongst our fan base in your experience?
Mason,
because I would say like Mount, Kante,
yep.
Kovacic is just now getting there. He wasn't there before.
Thiago Silva,
Rudiger now.
Rudiger, Reece James.
People would have burned Rudiger at the stake 14 months ago.
True. Right? Reece James, I put in that bracket.
Reece is there.
I've said
Mendy.
Not even there, to be fair to him. But like he's on his way there. But like no one acts like Chilwell's the best left back in the league. Mm-hmm. Like no one says that. You know, because like at the end of the day, like João Cancelo and Robertson exist. I don't care what people have to say about Robertson's form. Like a 7 out of 10 Andy Robertson's better than a 9 out of 10 Ben Chilwell, and there's no shame in that. Fine, right? But like it's just you're getting into a unique discussion here. Like if you want to say Jorginho or you think Jorginho's overrated, cool. But like trust me,
I do think it's overrated by your fan base.
And I just want to say, people, as well, before you get to that, everyone in the comments, I will get to all the comments, especially if you remember, I'll star all your comments, so don't think that I'm not starring them in it. And if we keep going to the same comments, it's because members do take priority in it. So the link for the membership is underneath in the description. Just wanted to put that out there because the chat's going crazy. Can't believe we got over nearly 50 of you lot in here. Hit the like button, man. You lot, don't be stingy. Hit the like button. Where else you getting this content? And just to Dan as well, because he is a member and he says it was his dad's. Happy birthday to your dad. I hope he had a good day as well, man.
Happy birthday to your
dad. You know what I'm saying? And good to have you here as well, Dan. Yeah, 100%. Go on, Ryan.
And again,
flawless.
Yeah.
I was just kidding. I just said flawless to dad. Flawless is not a dad.
Do not put this out there with it. Let me get that shit. No kid don't. Go on, Ryan.
I said I think your fan base do overhype Kai Havertz though.
See, so Ryan, I agree with you, right? Like I said, the only real contenders you could have for this are Chilwell to a degree, Havertz, and Mount. Yeah. No one else is rated that high that hasn't shown me that much, right? But like for me, the difference is the consensus when I talk to fans of other football clubs, there's something about Havertz. You can see the performance. Like people would say, like, he's cold, he's talented. If you don't get the best out of him, that's on you, right? Like there is a perceived higher level of ability with a Kai Havertz than there is with a Mason Mount. And that's no disrespect to Mason Mount. I have not sat here and said he's shit. I don't understand why he played. This is not a disparaging Mason Mount thing. It's just with this specific question, I don't think there's many other options to even answer. Because if you said Kovacic, you're being disingenuous. This fan base wanted Ross Barkley played over him 3 seasons ago. So, like, what are we talking about? You know,
I'm still seeing some Ross Barkley shots to this day.
Bro, it's CFC Oscar. Don't touch that. But like, if you want to say Reece, you could put Reece in this category. I hear you. You could claim Reece is overrated. But like at the same time, I think Reece is a top 3 right back in the league when he's fit. So like that's a very niche conversation to have. Do I think Mount is one of the best number 8s in the league? No. Do I think he's one of the best 10s in the league? Also no. Do I think he's a great player and will be a great player for our team for a long time? Yes. I've always said at Mount's peak, he is a squad rotational piece in an elite level team. And there's no shame in that. Like, look at the players City have to rotate. Is Mount on the level with them? Not yet. He might be one day, but he's not there yet. There's no shame in that. But, like, people are going to conflate overrated with shit. Like, the question was the question wasn't who's the most shit player. It was an easy answer. He wears number 3 and he's really tall and left-footed. But, like, the question is overrated. So that's just the way I see it. I don't know if what I'm saying is not making sense. I feel like it is.
Werner.
Alonso worse than Werner? Oh, yeah. At least Werner like, there's like, if Alonso wasn't left-footed, I swear to you, he wouldn't be a professional footballer.
That's true. Like,
So
I said it was Tyron
go on,
Mixie as
Jess.
well. No, this is what I said. Tyron Mixie.
So apart from Timo, we've all got. This is a good question as well, Nippin. We've all got for Chelsea. We've all got Mason Mount. I'm in full agreement with that. And again, this is not me saying Mason. I don't understand. Yeah, that's the first team. So you landed at the right point. I don't get it in it. The hype I see Mason Mount get from his fan base, it correlates directly to the hype I see Bruno get at my team. But the Mount I get a little bit more because he's from Cobham and he's actually helped you lot and contributed in big games and helped you lot win trophies. So I get that. It's very similar. They're very similar though in terms of players. I've said this. I've seen Mason Mount drift out wide right and cross balls into the box. And a number 18 that plays for Manchester United does the exact same. But we ain't getting into that, innit?
10 though. That's the modern player that wants to play 10.
What? I think they do that because they can't. They can't do anything else when the going gets tough. Mount's not a player who's going to pick the ball up on a half turn, spin someone, and play either eye of a needle pass. Can't do it. Neither can Bruno. They can't do. They're not that. They don't do that. They shoot first. That doesn't mean he can't create. Before someone's like, "Oh, Mason Mount created for Chelsea," and there's nothing wrong with that.
Doesn't include that. There's no shame with that, guys.
Because there's very few players who can do that. There's very few.
And I gave players like Mount also credit and stuff they can do, but it's just for me for the hype that I'm seeing. I'm seeing like Chelsea fans say, future Chelsea captain and that. Like no.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the level of Lampard. Like that's disrespectful to Lampard.
Oh yeah, Reece James will be our captain before Mason Mount, guys.
That's disrespectful to Lampard.
An interesting take.
That's very disrespectful to me. And I'm not even a Chelsea fan. That's disrespectful to Lampard. And that's me saying that as again, but I'm old enough to remember Lampard playing. Like I seen Lampard play week in, week out.
You know, Reece James was captaining Wigan when they were battling relegation from the Championship when he was on loan.
I did remember that. Yeah.
I don't think that's interesting at all.
I don't know if you're saying interesting to what Peter said or what I said. Which one was
what I said? Because I said Reece James will be captain before Mount ever touches it consistently.
Well, like people are too quick to like, oh, this player is the next such and such. Like, let this player finish his career. I've said this before, and that's why I don't compare players who are still playing to players whose careers are done. The story's still open with Mount. We don't know how that story ends. We're at the beginning. That's like saying the one film's better than the other, and you've seen a whole film, and the other film you've only seen the start. You don't know if it's better or not. I'm saying you gotta wait for the film to finish.
He shouldn't have to be our best player. Like, this is not a good. It's a damning indictment on all those that play with him, like in front of him. Mount shouldn't be carrying the water for our team.
Facts.
It should be somebody else, man. Like, I shouldn't have to have Mount and Foden conversations. Like, it's not necessary.
No.
Like, Foden's obviously different. There's no shame in that.
Foden's clearly better.
We're going to answer the rest of the teams.
Yeah, we're going to get to the rest. I'm just worried to get because this is where we've ended up. Foden, let me say this as a Manchester United fan. Foden is clear of Mason Mount. It's not even close. It's not a discussion. Certain play. This is why I was thinking about this earlier, actually. When we hear, oh, that player is a special talent. Special's losing. If every player is special, nobody's special. Because everybody's of that level. If every player is like, it defeats the term. Does that mean you can be a late bloomer? Yes, you can be a late bloomer, 100%. Foden's special. He's one of a kind. There isn't many players at his age that are doing what he does and have the skill set he has. I watched them play PSG last season, and they had all City's ballers on the pitch. They had Mbappe. I don't know, Mbappe played. Mbappe didn't play. Neymar played. Verratti played in the second leg. Foden was the best player on the pitch. That's his levels in a semi-final of a Champions League. That's a special talent. Not everybody's special. Like Cam said, you lose the meaning of the word. Foden and Mount are not on the same level. Yeah, generational. Nobody's generational. Like we just quick, oh, he's special. You can be a great player and not special. You can be a great player. Special players are like world class. Like Foden's different level. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's very few of that.
For example, Flawless, how many world class players do you think are in Chelsea's team? I think we have 3.
Thiago Silva, I put in there, definitely.
Yes.
I would put Kante in there too.
You said
I give it to Mendy. I would give
Thiago Silva, Kante, and Mendy. I think there's debates to be had about every single other
Mendy.
player. Yeah. That being said, we're the champions of Europe. We have 3 world-class players. One is 37 years old. Right? If you want to put in Kovacic, cool.
That's
I hear you. I'll listen to you, right? But like, the point is,
Jorginho.
There's debates to be had about everybody. I'm talking like consensus. You walk up to some random dude in some random country who watches football. You ask him his blank world class, in your opinion. They would say yes. That's like the standard I'm going on. I'm not trying to have a nuanced debate about it, but like just to kind of like gauge, right? Because if you keep the bar high, then you can really tell the who's who. This whole slapping everybody with generational or this or that, like fam, they're in their early 20s. Everybody chill the fuck out. I know we want everything immediately because we got it with Haaland and we got it with Mbappe. It's not how everything works.
No shame. I think we should move on to the next teams because
we will. We're gonna get there. We got time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just
in the clock. This is good. I was gonna go Cams because Cams left. Let's go. I want to go Liverpool. Cams Liverpool.
See,
it's a tough one.
See, you have to remember, like the fan base you're dealing with. Like we're part of the best Prem team of all time. We've got the best right winger in Prem history, so the best right back of all time. So like we have to like it's hard with us.
No, I think it's cool. We'll go back to you, Ryan. Make sure you're thinking about this as well. Same with everybody else. I'll go. Oh, if you got yours, go on then, Ryan. If you got yours, because I got mine.
I'm trying to think. It's between 3 players for me.
Don't say Henderson, Ryan. Do not say
Henderson. Jota and Mane. It's between those 3.
I can't lie. Henderson was mine, but go on.
Yeah, it's Henderson. You know why it's Jordan Henderson?
Go on.
I can't get over those Player of the Year shouts a couple of years ago to this day.
Ryan, the Henderson from a few years ago was performing at a different level to the Henderson now, though.
I'm sorry, that's still overrating him. You're telling me Henderson was Player of the Year that season? No.
I mean, like, Ryan, you're speaking to somebody who pushed the Jorginho Ballon d'Or campaign, so I get it. Like, on technicalities, I understand why he was up there. Is that a damning indictment of the league? Yes.
Oh.
Is Henderson ever actually be in this award thing? No. But if you look on, like, what he accomplished, I get it.
Yeah, but he weren't even our own top 5 best players that season. You telling me he should have got Premier League Player of the Year?
Oh, he's white. He's English. Liverpool won their first league title in 30 years.
Ryan Giggs won Player of the Year for United in 08 or 09.
And he started 12 games. He started 12 games.
Ryan, they have previous for just handing this award out like candy.
But like I said, Cam said Jota. I wouldn't argue with that.
All right, so you saying we got Jota from. All right, Cams. Why are you saying Jota? What makes you say that? Go on.
Because I've seen too many world class shouts, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Bruno got. I put him and Bruno in the same bracket. All around.
He's Bruno, you know. Jota is Bruno, you know. I'm telling you.
He's Bruno.
Hey, he performed there, right? No, he's Bruno who performs in big games. Let's do that.
Scores.
Big games. What big games has he performed in?
That's a big game. He scored like and he scored crucial goals. I swear, 12 of his 15 goals have been winners.
Yeah.
I'm on my knees. Pause for Bruno to do that. Please let 12 of his 15 goals be winners.
Flawless. You know what I'm saying? You don't Jota in any whole 90 minutes. Jota is the biggest bum technically you'll see in it. Like
I've watched him. I get your points.
I had people putting this guy as our best striker and our main.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
We have Liverpool fans saying play Jota down the middle instead of Firmino. Do you know how disrespectful that is?
No, that is.
That makes me want to cry, yo.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Jota instead of Firmino down the middle, I cannot see that ever again in my life. If I can't deal. If I see that on the team lineup before a game, I'm not watching the game seriously.
But one thing he does
get my eyes bleed.
One thing he does guarantee you, like against Arsenal, like the fact that he's got a good record in that, like he'll score again. You lot know Liverpool better than me, but from just the outside looking in, yes, does he have his technical deficiencies? But he does pop up with important goals. It seems even today, that's an important goal today.
I'm telling you, Cams, he won't. But if Jota, if for any reason Jota starts down the middle to get away to Manchester City, I'm not watching that game.
Oh, we're getting worked.
We're getting hammed like 5-0. Legit.
We're not getting the ball. We're not getting the ball.
When you put him through the middle against us, you guys died at Stamford.
Oh, exactly. He put it down the middle against Chelsea a couple of months ago. He was the worst player on the pitch.
The thing is, like, with the Jota argument, I actually understand it because I watched it. Because my friends who support Liverpool all have said the same thing. Like, as irritating as Firmino is with his lack of clinicalness, whoever else put in that position can't do the job like 80% as well. So you have to like persist with the Firmino, even if he's out of form in front of goal.
Bro, it's not even persisting with him. I literally just love having Firmino down the middle.
Yeah, like, the people
like all season. People like, why doesn't he get dropped? I'm like, they have no one else to put there. You guys don't understand. It's such like a niche role, and like
Jota is so.
But he's a squad player for you, like, isn't it?
Who?
Sure, he should be. Like, I bet if you ask most Liverpool, well, not most, but some Liverpool fans, well, I know you two would have him as a squad player, correct?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have him in your first choice 3.
No,
it's good to have off the bench.
Choice 3 for me, Salah, Firmino, Diaz, in my opinion.
Yeah, so he don't get in is my point, which is where you should judge him. Like to me, like
Westbrook is goated in the comments.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that, fam. I started one of his messages. Yeah, we gonna get there. Let's get through this question and we gonna get to Westbrook is going. Don't worry about that. This guy. So you might have both saying Jota. Jez, what are you telling me?
I was actually saying I wanted to say Henderson, but then we had the Jota argument, and then Jota.
So we got 3 for Jota. Fair enough, innit? I hear both of them. The thing is, I don't know what it is. I'll say
Henderson because he starts more often.
Maybe it's Jota. Maybe Jota's one of them when he's like Russell Westbrook when he plays for your team. Maybe it's the Bruno thing.
Jota wins stuff, so he's not Russell Westbrook. Let's not.
No. He's not like that. No, I'm talking about in terms of you don't see his deficiencies until he plays for your team. Because James Harden, Bruno, because Cams and Ryan sound like me talking about Bruno. It's the same shit. Like it's the same thing, minus the winning things, minus scoring in like important. Like it's the same thing. Because to me, Bruno don't get in our first 11. To me,
the thing with Jota is he's a forward, so I kind of let him off with some of the stuff with Bruno that I won't let Bruno get away with. Like a 5, like his passing is not great, but he's not really a link man like that. I look at him more for the goal scoring, but with Bruno, when he's giving the ball away with 5-yard passes, I'm like, you're supposed to be an elite midfielder, and you're giving the ball away. Like,
can I just say this? Daniel, Jota is not disrespected. Jota's overrated.
It seems that we're grouping like all these players in the bracket. So we've got Bruno Fernandes, we've got Jota, we have Russell Westbrook, we have James Harden. There seems to be.
I don't feel comfortable having Jota in the bracket.
All right, so he's like a Super Saiyan version of that bracket. Then you got the Saiyan, and then he's Super Saiyan.
Like,
he's Super Saiyan.
I hear the Jota is like a detriment to the team in terms of hold-up play, but like maybe it's just a function of where he's asked to operate. Like him not connecting there doesn't kill Liverpool as much as like a bad Bruno game kills United.
Of course,
like a bad Westbrook game just sinks the Lakers. Like Jota will go anonymous because he won't hold up the ball properly, but like also that's just fundamentally just not as bad.
Bro, he barely complete 5 yards.
I hear he's overrated. I hear that. That's probably second. I would say Henderson. And Nippon, you can say I don't like English players. Fuck the English national team. But no, I just think Henderson's overrated.
Say it louder.
Hey, Nippon, at the end of the day, Italy and Jorginho met your boys at the home of football, and you wanted to twerk for the colonizers, and you lost in the most heartbreaking fashion, and Bukayo Saka let the country down. So that just goes to show any Niger people don't ever declare for England on Nigerian colonizers ever again. Saka let the country down. Sancho and Rashford did as well, but hey, Rashford fed some kids, so it's all right. So I don't not rate them because they're English. I don't rate them because I don't rate them.
Yeah, like, P is not biased like that. Yeah. That's one thing I say. Like Pia will call a spade a spade. He don't have no agendas or anything, or because their passport
English has nothing to do with it. Mount being put in the same sentences as Kevin De Bruyne is the problem I have. That is the issue.
Actually, talking about Kevin De Bruyne,
If we had voted instead of Mount,
we'll get there.
if we had voted instead of Mount, I'd be singing Starboy tunes every week.
Yes.
Hey, right, Timo, over to you. Most overrated player in Liverpool side.
Konate.
What?
That's so random.
This guy did not even think.
That's so random.
Elaborate. That's the right. You see how you and Ryan are. You see the same way I put. Wait. Before you continue, you see the same way I put Jota and Bruno Fernandes and Russell Westbrook and James Harden all in the same group. This is why you and Ryan are in the same group. Well, go on, carry on. I want to hear this.
It's the most random thing. Start of the season, I keep hearing about Liverpool fans. Our defensive going to be improving with Konate coming in. Like, okay,
and he did improve.
It did improve. You tell him. Do you think? Wait. Do you think Matip is better than Konate?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Matip has been better than Konate this season?
This season, yes.
Yes. All right. So if you think he's that third best centre back, what's the problem? I don't understand how he's overrated.
Yeah, if he's third choice centre back, how's he overrated?
How's he overrated?
You contradict yourself, bro.
This is like me saying Saul Niguez is overrated. Like, who cares, fam?
You actually have to play then.
Yeah.
Is that you, man, saying 18?
I just think Matip's better than Konate overall.
Okay, but who do you think is the most overrated?
Konate is the most overrated.
You think it's Matip?
No, I said Konate is the most overrated.
Okay. I was just making sure. All right, moving on from that because we're gonna get Timo answers from Timo during this entire question. I'm gonna go with
Timo's answers from now.
Yeah. We'll just guess a minute because this guy ain't paying attention.
Guys, for clarity's sake, no one on the panel agrees with what Timo said.
Yes, not in the slightest. Like I rate Konate, but we move. Like it is what it is for me.
Random answer. You literally just picked the name out of a randomizer.
Yeah, for me, I'd probably go Henderson simply because
I'd still go Henderson.
Good player, but that's it. Very similar to Mount, where I look at Mount and go, Mount, good player. Yes.
Henderson tracking runners and covering spaces on that right-hand side of the midfield has been stripping this year. Like, I've seen Liverpool's midfield get run through this season a lot more than it probably should have, considering the general health of their team. Last season, the excuse was, we have midfielders playing center back, so I kind of got it. But now you got your first choice line, and there's just people running freehand down the left-hand side.
We've been left the hook this season with like one-on-ones that Alisson saves us in or shit like that.
I can think of the second goal. I can think of the Pulisic goal at Stamford Bridge. I can think of that one. One of the goals you guys conceded from Brighton at home. I think it was Mwepu just fucking stripped Henderson and then Trossard went right past it. I've seen it with Henderson specifically more than any of your other midfield players. And for whatever reason, amongst like the wider like footballing media, that part of like Liverpool's deficiency doesn't get called out. Instead, it's all, why doesn't Klopp drop the line 5 yards? It's like, well, if Henderson could track runners and he was as intense pressing as he used to be, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
You know what it is with Jordan Henderson as well? It's like, when he plays as the 6, I actually think he does a good job when he plays as a 6. Problem is, you've got Fabinho, who's just miles better.
He plays as a 6 better now than he plays as an 8, bro, because he can't cover the ground.
Absolutely. As an 8 now, he's absolutely useless. Like, he offers us nothing as the 8. Like
I know Keita's injury prone and Thiago's also made of glass, but like, you might as well just run them out there until they get hurt, bro.
Keita's shit as well, man. I'm done with that guy now.
He's actually not shit at all.
He's not shit.
Anyways, next team. What are we going to?
Next team, go to Manchester City. We'll keep it English. We'll go Manchester City. We'll just guess Timo. We'll just guess hilarious. We'll just go Timo's. Ha ha ha. We'll just go Timo's pick,
Timo's
and then probably say nah. Probably say Bernardo Silva. Well, yeah, none of us agree with that. Player. So yes, Peter, we'll go to you first on this. Manchester City's most overrated.
I say Raheem Sterling.
All right, see, I knew it'd be something wild. All right. Oh, we just gonna keep it moving.
Peter.
Yeah. He's shooting like Russ, isn't it? He's shooting like Russ.
Yep.
We move.
I said Raheem Sterling, bro.
Yeah, we know. Fam. You said it again. We heard you loud and clear. As we were saying.
Overrated City player.
Yep.
I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna make the 2 City fans of you in the comments upset.
Shoot. I'm ready.
Actually, no, just kidding. I remember Ederson plays for them, so definitely him. Well, I was about to make a passionate argument for Rodri.
Nah, Rodri's sick.
Let's hear that. I still want, even though you've gone Ederson, I still want to hear.
I'll go Ederson, but Rodri, low key, like a product of City, right, is winning the ball high up the pitch, right? And the thing they're doing with their fullbacks, like inverted in possession, like you're crowding the midfield and you're adding extra numbers so often. Like, I don't know if you guys notice in games, but because I looked at the stats, I think it was 3 days ago. I pulled up Tchouaméni, I pulled up Declan Rice, I pulled up Jorginho, I pulled up Fabinho, and I pulled up Rodri. Rodri, out of those five, by far has to do the least work defensively in terms of like on an individual basis, i.e. like covering ground, tracking runners, winning the ball, interceptions, stuff like that, right? When he's on the ball, Rodri is incredible. But I'm talking like in terms, because I was having an argument about defensive transitions, because people think there's an ocean's difference between Rodri and Jorginho in terms of in transition. There's just not. But the way that City team is set up, you can't really strip that man, right? Like there's 7 people in the middle of the pitch. You better get the runner into the channels and progress that way, right? That's just the way it works. But like low key for Rodri, has he had a good season? Yes, I think he's a great player, absolutely. But people are talking to me like Rodri's 18, 19 Fabinho. And I'm like, that's just like league-winning Fabinho. I'm like, that's just not reality. Or like he's prime.
Yeah, he's not better than league-winning Fabinho.
What?
I'd argue he's been better than. I think he's been better than Fabinho this season.
See, Ryan, I also agree with you, right? But like, there's also been a decline in Fabinho in terms of from like his peak.
Yeah, he's not as good as peak Fabinho. No, he's not.
Midfield's 2 years older, so you see it, right? But like with Rodri, it gets covered up so well because you have demons like Bernardo Silva and Gundogan and like De Bruyne that are just robots and will just cover all the ground in front of them that you just don't see it. But like that man's job is not the most complicated at all, and he gets praised as if the midfield in possession, he goes a long way in making that tick. But let's not lie, like a lot of that is structure and just being compact in terms of hiding everyone's flaws. But like people will hear Rodri's overrated and think, oh, that's fucking disgusting. But like it's just he's not playing at the peak Fabinho played at 2 years ago, or the peak N'Golo Kante played at his first 2 years in the Prem. It's not that sort of defensive midfield job. Granted, he's in a bit different team, so that's fine. But like Ederson is the obvious answer here. I don't think there's another one.
Ederson is overrated.
Ederson? Yes, what are you telling me? You saying Ederson, yeah?
Yeah, the amount of times I've seen this guy get praises as being a great goalkeeper compared to other goalkeepers in the league like Alisson. I know Luis has 10 towers. I even put Luis over him, in my opinion, because the way this guy comes off his line, the way his decision making, even goalkeeping, just simple stuff like he has to do when it comes just to goalkeeping. Forget all this being nice on the feet and just goalkeeping. The amount of times I've seen him doing mistakes and gets away with it because he can pass the ball like very well. Nah, he's very overrated for me.
Ryan, your moment to shine. Balls in your hands, son. Balls in your hands, son.
He's itching to say De Bruyne.
Nah,
balls in his hands, son.
Man's getting warmed up to do this.
The balls in his hand. Yeah, Ryan just did his stretches and that. You know what I'm saying?
You go before me because I'm seriously thinking about this one.
All right, cool. You go because I've got an interesting take on this as well.
Guys.
I've got an interesting take on this as well. Actually, go on, Cams.
When you think about it, when I think about it, it has to be Ederson because I've seen City fans like flexing his Golden Glove awards, like his 2 Golden Glove awards. I completely forgot he won those because he's not the standout in their defense. Like he's just there, innit? He's there to like progress the ball. Like he's not there to be like the guy that's going to save them. Like he's more there for his feet more than anything and his distribution. Not to say he's a great shot stopper. He's a good shot stopper, but he's more there for like his feet, his ball playing ability. He's still a good keeper, but overrated.
I'm not going probably a shock to you, look. I'm not going Ederson, even though I hear Ederson. Probably agree with one of Ryan's ones, and I'm going to land on this and say Kevin De Bruyne. And the reason why I'm going to say Kevin De Bruyne is simply because he's their go-to guy. He's the star man. When City go into a big game, so much of the pre-match talk, whether it's on TV, whether it's in spaces like this, whether it's on social media, is how do the opposition deal with Kevin De Bruyne? And for a star guy, you disappear too much. Like when you compare him as a star guy to the players around him and other players' stars in terms of their star guy, he don't match up. There's an argument to be made he's not City's best midfielder.
He's not. He never has
He's
been.
an argument. There's an argument to be made. He's the worst All-Star on the All-Stars. That's how I look at him
right now.
He's the worst All-Star. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Ryan, and Peter said it too. We ain't making it out of the hood ever, people. We might not make it to the 22nd of March. I'm saying De Bruyne not go missing. I never said he went missing. I said
You
he
could have
goes
just
missing.
taken the easy Ederson answer, man.
Yeah, but he went missing. He goes missing too often. What I don't like is when De Bruyne has a great game, it's all praise and hail De Bruyne. But when he has a poor game, we brush it under the carpet. But that goes with playing for Manchester City because it's on both ends of the spectrum. I say this all the time. If Aguero played for Manchester United, Liverpool, or Chelsea, he'd be seen in much greater esteem than but he played for City. This is my point. But it works on the other end is you don't get the criticism you deserve to receive. Like 110%, like De Bruyne when he's played, like City have had poor games. And he's had poor, like when during this run where City have dropped points, he's not got mentioned. There's times when we've beat them and he's played and been poor. Doesn't get mentioned. He's not. To me, like I said, he's the worst All-Star of the All. Name me for top teams, their star player, they're all better than De Bruyne. Whoever your star guy is all like Thiago Silva is a better defender than De Bruyne is a midfielder.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying in that? Mo Salah is a better winger than De Bruyne is. I said Benzema is a better striker than De Bruyne is a midfielder. You see the pattern here I'm talking about, people. Lewandowski is a better striker. It's not even the other ones you can debate. Yes, he's on the list, but he falls at the bottom. That's a fact.
Yeah.
What other stars is he better than? If we do an all Premier League 11, everybody's star guy gets in apart from him. If we do one in this competition right now, how is it blasphemous? Dispute what I'm saying. What star player is De Bruyne better than?
I do hear it because his PR is phenomenal.
Name him. He's not. De Bruyne is not a better. He is not a better midfielder than Benzema is a striker. He's not a better midfielder than Lewandowski is a striker. He's not a better winger. He's not a better midfielder than Mo Salah is a winger. He's not a better centre back than Thiago Silva.
Kovacic is a midfielder, but we'll talk soon.
This is my point, and I can't believe I've come to this on here. I feel like I've had an epiphany, but this is the facts. He gets in the Premier League. He gets in the wait, Mohammed, but he gets in the Premier League 11, but it's debatable, is my point. Nobody is debating
last season for doing nothing.
Nobody is debating Thiago Silva getting into a Premier League 11. Nobody is debating Mo Salah getting into a Premier League 11. If we do a Champions further on this question and do a Champions League 11, nobody's debating whether Benzema or Lewandowski get in. It's between those two. There's no argument. For De Bruyne, there's an argument. Because to me, he don't get Champions League 11. I don't think he gets in.
Legit.
I don't, because I just said this better than you could. But when I've just thought about this, I've stated this. I'm like, he is. He's the worst All-Star of all. Like, he's in the X-Men, but he's the worst X-Men. He's in the Avengers, but he's the worst one.
Was he beast? Beast.
You can call him Beast. Whoever's involved, you can call him Beast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he don't play. He plays his part in the film. Don't get him mistaken. He plays his part, but he's not a big face on the flyer. Like, let's call a spade a spade. You can't argue that Thiago Silva is Chelsea's best centre-back. You can't argue that Benzema is Real Madrid's best striker or Salah's Liverpool's best attacker. De Bruyne is, I can say this, yes, he makes the All-Star list, but he falls at the bottom. Mohammed, you said this is a howler. Explain. Who is he better than? What All-Star is he better than that's top? Because all you're saying is I'm wrong, but not disputing anything. So I need you to come back with something.
You're not calling him bad.
I never called him bad. I said he's yes, again, overrated. You know what I'm saying? And Van Dijk, but the thing is, Van Dijk isn't Liverpool. The reason why I mentioned Salah, because we're using him again. This is what we do for De Bruyne. We lower the bar. I took the best player from each of the top teams left in the competition. Obviously, aside, I'm talking the big five, and he gets nowhere near them. He's nowhere near Benzema, Lewandowski, Thiago Silva, or Mo Salah. That's a fact. Name it. Who's he better than? Please, someone tell me if I'm wrong here.
I think Virgil van Dijk's a better defender than what KDB is a midfielder.
And he's not even your top guy.
Well, Ryan,
to me, he's second.
Van Dijk's one of the best center backs the Premier League has ever seen. This
is my point.
One of the best midfielders. No,
this is my point. De Bruyne doesn't go. I don't even think De Bruyne is top 2 at Manchester City, but that's a whole nother debate in terms of overall midfielders. Because he's not better than David Silva and he's not better than Yaya Toure. But that's a whole conversation.
I mean, like, talk soon, but hashtag talk soon. But I think Harry Kane is a better striker than De Bruyne is a midfielder.
I agree. I agree.
That's my opinion.
If we start lowering the bar, we agree. I agree, 110%. If we start lowering the bar, you have to start talking about my club, who have been in the shitter, for him to then get in the conversation. Why are you in the conversation? Why can you only get in the conversation with a team that had Oli as a manager and ain't won a trophy in 5 years? But when we start talking about a Liverpool, a City, a Chelsea, a Real Madrid, you don't get in. A Spurs, you don't get in.
Yeah.
Kane's a better striker than De Bruyne is a midfielder. And again, people, there isn't anybody who can match up against these guys apart from each other.
I think Kane is a better playmaker than him. Honestly,
again,
it's just that
Mohammed, you're saying it's a shocking take, but you can't name me the all-stars that De Bruyne is better than. Name me the all-stars, because all you're saying is this is a shocking take, this is a howler, but you can't back up anything you're saying. Please respond with something. What all-stars is he better than? If we all here talking Marvel, obviously Piers he don't get involved in that, but if me and Cams are going back and forth talking Marvel, and we're talking about Iron Man and Thor and Black Panther and who's better, and then someone brings up Ant-Man, we're not hearing that. Ant-Man's there though. Spider-Man's there, but we're not doing that. Get me? Guarantee. Spider-Man don't make your top 3, does he, Cams?
Yeah.
Does he make your top 3 event? All right, so name me someone who doesn't make your top 3. What is your top 3 actually, side note?
Top 3 Avengers or Marvel?
Yeah, top 3 Avengers. No, top 3, Marvel characters. What's your top 3 characters you think the 3 best are?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Okay.
Nippin, Harry Kane better than Kane.
And say 4. All right, so 4. So you're not going to be here talking about Groot. You know what I'm saying? But Groot's there. You feel me? Like Groot's there. He's on the fly. Like everyone knows who Groot is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't here talking about Gamora, fam. She's here though. Like this is my point. Like you get there. Like man is saying, oh, he's the best creator in the world. Please respond to what I'm saying, Mohammed. What's all-star is he better than? You keep saying he starts in the world 11. What all-star is he better than?
Bro, like
this is what I'm saying.
Last season, he won Player of the Season in the Premier League.
Oh,
he wasn't even top 3 in his team last season.
He went top 5 in his team.
Yeah, top 5. Like you can argue that in his own team, and he still won Player of the Season. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like it's not a whole lot as people think it is. It's
bro,
like,
got 8 Ballon d'Or.
What do you mean? When I say all-star again, because you were too busy typing rather than listening to what I was saying, because I explained it. When I say all-star, if you take the best player from each of the top teams left in the competition, so this is why I mentioned Benzema, Lewandowski, Salah, Thiago Silva. Is he a better midfielder than Thiago Silva as a defender? Thiago Silva will go down as one of the best centre-backs of all time. Mo Salah will go down as one of the best wingers of all time. Benzema and Lewandowski will go down as 2 of the best strikers of all time. Does Kevin De Bruyne go down? Is he better than any of those 4? Is he in the same ballpark as those 4? Only you as a City fan saying no. He's not.
Daniel,
Ignore Nippin because no one's talking about Phil Foden. No one's mentioned Phil Foden.
Nippin said tell Harry Kane to put his trophies on the table. But first of all, we talk about individual players, and also, let's be honest, KDB's played in the City team under Pep. Harry Kane's under, let's be honest, all the last few years are shit top. There's different platforms for players at the end of the day. Harry Kane, whilst he should have turned up in more big games, I admit that. Let's be real. He would have won stuff at City. We have to be real. Harry Kane would have won stuff.
Go on, Jeff.
That's what I'm always saying with Harry Kane. If we swap someone with Kane, like let's say we swap KDB with Kane, who are we talking about now? Who's more successful? Harry Kane is going to be more successful, but Kane has probably shown more than KDB has shown in this Manchester City team. And I'm not even saying KDB hasn't done nothing.
Hey, let me cut you off. We ain't doing this. See, this is how no man rubbish. Kevin De Bruyne is fair. What are we talking about? Kevin De Bruyne is 30 years old.
Kevin De Bruyne has been a full professional for a decade.
Exactly. Thiago Silva, yes, is older. How old's Van Dijk? Probably around the same.
Younger than Kevin De Bruyne.
So what we talking about then? You know what I'm saying? And how old's Mo Salah? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what we do. So, and this adds to them even to more in their point. The fact that they're out of their peak, he should be outperforming them. This is my point when I say he's overrated, because he's not in that conversation, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone's a top Avenger, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not everybody's Thor and Captain America and Iron Man. Not everybody's X-Men, not everybody's Cyclops and Wolverine. Sometimes you got told. That's cool, beast. That's fine.
Yeah.
Not
You know,
everybody's Jean Grey.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that. Not everyone's on the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? And that. And this is my point about him being overrated and that. And this just proves my point. He's not in those conversations. He's not an all-time great. You talking about he's the best at like this, but we move.
Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
can I answer that question
Yeah,
as
Ryan,
well
you go.
about the
Yeah, go on.
overrated player at City? It's a tough one because I do think a few are overrated. Like KDB is obviously one, and I'll get on to my thoughts on KDB after I say who I think the most overrated one is. But I personally don't think KDB is the most overrated one, but I do hear what you're saying, Flawless, completely. I do think the centre backs Diaz and Laporte are overrated in terms of the system definitely helps them out when you come, holding 80% of the ball each game. You're not getting tested defensively. I'm sorry, actually, I can't call you a great defender if you're not getting tested enough defensively in a game. At the end of the day, that's just a system. And whenever I do see you get tested defensively, you do struggle. Like Laporte's own goal today. At the end of the day, and also Diaz. Yeah, one thing I'll say about Ruben Diaz. I've always thought Laporte's overrated, but Ruben Diaz, whilst I do think he's better than Laporte, did any of us watch Benfica week in, week out before he joined Man City?
No, I didn't. And to the point, sorry, before you continue, just hey, Dupe, nobody slandered KDB. Nothing I said was untrue. Just that, sorry to go back onto this point. It's just a harsh reality. Nothing I did not. Someone tell me where I said something incorrect in the comments. You lot were listening. Mohammed wasn't, but the rest of you lot were listening. You can rewind it back. Where did I say something that was incorrect? All I said was he's the worst X-Men out of all the X-Men. He's still an X-Men though. He's the worst Marvel character, but you're still a Marvel character. Like you're still an Avenger. You're just that's okay. Because you're in the house. Like some people don't get in the house. Some people are outside in the building fighting the minions. You know what I'm saying? In that. Some people are Nick Fury. Some people are Professor I'm going Marvel off, but yes. Some people are what's my man that died by Loki? Some people are Coulson. Not everyone gets in, gets in a suit and all them things there. The girl with the bow and arrow, not everybody gets in. He gets in, he just falls at the bottom. That's all. Yeah, go on, carry on, Ryan.
Yeah, what I was saying about Diaz, I don't think I might be wrong, but did any of us watch Benfica week in, week out before he joined Man City?
Not consistently like that.
Not consistently, yeah.
Exactly.
I watched him hit in, didn't I?
He was viewed as like a prospect, obviously.
What's the only time any of us have seen Ruben Diaz away from Pep's system? The Euros, where he was one of the worst centre-backs at the Euros. Let's be real. So that shows how key systems are at the end of the day. And I think it's making Ruben Diaz, whilst he's a very good centre-back, look better than what he is at the end of the day. And the Virgil comparisons for me are a joke. He's nowhere near Virgil van Dijk. I don't care what anyone says. Never has been. So
he needed a rival, though, didn't it, Ryan? That's why people are trying to push it.
But come on, man. Like Thiago Silva, compare him to Virgil van Dijk. Thiago Silva is amazing, but not Ruben Diaz.
Actually levels. He's that level.
Yeah, exactly. So not Ruben Diaz in it. Like, come on, man. He was one of the worst centre backs at the Euros. I don't care what anyone says. I was originally going to say Sterling, but now you guys mentioned Ederson, and it is probably Ederson when I think about it, because
easily Ederson.
Because when it is
the most overrated player, it's not even
because when Ederson is the best goalkeeper I've ever seen with his feet, no doubt about that. But we're talking goalkeeper, what you do with your hands, and at the end of the day, I see this guy don't get tested enough during games because, like I said, same thing for Diaz and Laporte, same logic. You don't get tested, and when you have made big mistakes over the years, I'm telling you, Champions League, his Champions League mistakes don't get criticised and highlighted enough. He was a bit rash coming off his line last season in the goal in the Champions League final. If Havertz had
got sent off, if Havertz didn't score,
he would have got sent off because he handballed it, and he fucked up against Lyon. People forget that he fucked up against Spurs that day. They got knocked out as well. So he's made a lot of mistakes in the past as well. So I don't think he's anywhere near Alisson in terms of an actual goalkeeper. With his feet, 100%, he's the best goalkeeper I've seen with his feet, but not as an actual goalkeeper. Mendy and Alisson are both better than him for sure as actual goalkeepers. But then obviously I wanted to get to the KDB thing because it's what I've been saying for time. When he's put into Premier League best midfielders of all time bullshit and all that, and people look, KDB, people don't realize he's actually a limited footballer. He's very good at shooting. He's very good at passing, but he's not a great dribbler. He's not great in tight spaces. He's not press resistant. He's not versatile. He's literally limited to that right kind of inverted right midfielder role in it. He can't really play anywhere else in it. Let's be real. He's very limited, I think, and he excels at what he's good at in it. But what I also don't like about KD, about how people treat him, is I feel like people make excuses for him, and I don't think he gets the criticism that he deserves a lot of the time. So he's recently in City's run of bit of dodgy form recently. City in 2022, he's had a lot of sticky games.
Yeah, and we can. Sorry to cut you off, Ryan. We can all agree and disagree. Keep it clean in the comments, people. Because I will just block people. Like zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. Again, this comes back to the overrated thing, and it's like that's not just because you're overrated don't mean you're bad. But keep it clean in the comments, or you will be blocked, people. Just saying that.
I also called Mason Mount overrated earlier, so like, you guys are sensitive because
yeah,
and this called overrated. We don't care.
Facts, and this is the question that's been asked. Every player we've called overrated, I think we all rate. I can't rate De Bruyne. I think he's a very, very good midfielder.
Yeah.
Cold. Don't get me wrong, cold. But again, I keep saying this, man. He's on the all-star list. He's just at the bottom, and that's what it is. Someone's got to be there. A lot of I wish my players could get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But yeah, go on, carry on.
I just don't like how he escapes criticism a lot of the time, and I genuinely think City are a better team without him, as wild as it sounds, because you just have to look at their record at the end of the day. Their record without him is absolutely even much better than when they've got it with him. Don't get me wrong, it's decent with him as well because they're a very good team at the end of the day, and he's still a very good player. But you know what it is with him as well? It's like then the whole Pogba debate, for example, comes into it, and the whole, I think Kevin De Bruyne has obviously probably done more at Manchester City. Well, he has done more at Manchester City than what Pogba has done for United. Not too much fault of Pogba, in my opinion. I don't think Pogba's had the right platform to succeed at Man United, whereas De Bruyne has at Man City. But people don't acknowledge the international form too much. Pogba outshines KDB at international level. It's not even close. But KDB gets excuses made for him. And let's be real with ourselves here. The gap between France and Belgium's teams over the last few years is much smaller than the gap between Man City and Man United's teams over the last few years. Let's be honest. I'm sure we can all agree with that. But then
you can argue because this is the Belgians. I mean, this is the Belgians. What's it called?
Ryan, until you try to make an international point, I hear you. But we went back and forth about this already.
So we're gonna go there.
If you actually look at the teams on paper, the gap. France's team's still been better than Belgium's over the years, 100%. But the gap between the two teams, I think, on paper, is smaller than.
If you would have just stayed away from the international point, you would have been fine.
You would have been spin.
Belgium historically are a nothing team until this generation came through. If you're judging Belgium against the standards that this core of players has raised the standard to, fair enough, they haven't won. And they deserve criticism for that in that aspect, right? But they were stepping into a team that hadn't made the World Cup round of 16 for 30 years.
I do hear that, but Kevin De Bruyne has got...
Peter, they were overhyped, though. That team were overhyped because of the Premier League players.
That Belgium team was overhyped?
Yeah.
I think they were fairly hyped. They just didn't win.
I think it's the expectation with the players that you had at the time. That you had young Fatonko and Ardeval at that time, two of the best centre backs, even you can argue in the world. You had KDB, you had Lukaku, you had Eden Hazard. But I think the expectation was to kind of do more than the previous generations did back then. You know what I mean?
I think, guys, understand. Like, we're talking about Belgium between like 2012 and like 2018.
Yeah,
essentially, we're talking about that era of Belgium. I don't remember them at Euro 2012. I don't think they were there. They made the last
2016. They were getting knocked out by Wales.
You just skipped over 2014 when they lost the last state of the World Cup. I'm about to say the only criticism you can levy at that team, in my opinion, was losing to Wales in a Euros.
Yeah. They should have beat that Wales side.
They should have beat them. You can say that, yes, but losing in a World Cup semifinal to the eventual winners, France, I don't see how that's a stick to beat anybody with.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
I think
I
that's
don't know, man. I
that's the thing.
That's one of the better side that day.
I think that's
Right,
why.
go on,
it's
Jez.
kinda-
Last point on it. We're gonna move on.
Yeah,
go on.
I think this this is where like it's kind of unfortunate because of the World Cup was being delayed. I think if we could have put this World Cup in this conversation, if it wasn't just this year, and just would have been earlier. But yeah, just wanted to add that as well.
Oh, I mean, the core of the golden generation will still be there, so they're gonna get. It's gonna get.
Yeah, but yeah, let's go to the next team.
But also,
before you go, Ryan, one sec, to cut this off because I want to get through the rest of this. Yo, there's over 40 of you lot in there. Run the likes up, man. Run the likes up and subscribe if you're new. The Q&A, we are here every Sunday night, every Wednesday night, people as well. And what we're going to pattern in during international break is the call-in show. I know you lot been asking for it, so I'm going to try to sort that out. I know Peter said he wants to up on that as well, so we're going to try and sort something out during this international break. I don't know when it will be. I don't know what time it will be, but try and sort something out for you to basically get shit off your chest in it. But go on, Ryan. Last point on it, because I actually want to get through the rest of these teams as well. Go on.
What I was saying about the KDB thing is that the gap between City and Man United's teams over the last few years on paper, like, let's be real, like, City have had great players with Pep in charge. Man United had the likes of Pereira and Dan James with freaking Ollie in charge. Like, let's be real, like, that gap is absolutely huge at the end of the day. So that's when the kind of the Pogba KDB thing comes into it. But in terms of moving on from the KDB, Edison is definitely the most overrated player at City for sure. So
Ryan sneakily avoiding that Mark Wilmots and Roberto Martinez were in charge of Belgium.
Come on, that's Ollie though. Ollie's one of the worst managers I've ever seen in my life.
All right, let's go. We'll move on to Real Madrid. Real Madrid in it. Obviously, for those that don't know, the question Nippin asked was who's the most overrated player in each team in the quarterfinals in the Champions League. Peter will start with you. Real Madrid.
Currently, Toni Kroos.
Toni Kroos. Okay, why?
Great player in his prime and his peak. Fantastic player. Not it anymore. You saw that Champions League second leg against Real Madrid turn on its head the moment Kroos was hauled off the pitch.
Oh, the one against PSG?
For a younger, more athletic central midfield player. To me, Kroos is borderline unplayable when you're talking about dealing with quick, athletic, intense pressing sides if you're Real Madrid in this version of the Champions League.
Okay.
In my opinion. If you disagree and you want to yell at me about the World Cup and all that shit he's won, cool, I don't care. Like, that's not the point. I'm saying right now, the hype Toni Kroos gets, like, it's pure, like, CV talking. Like, actual ability, you're going to see it. I just don't, it's not going to happen. Like, yeah, he had a great long ball. Trent fucked up. And what's his name scored?
Asensio.
Right? Or was that, whatever, like, Vinicius beat them in one game when they had Nat Phillips playing. Cool. But, like, let's be honest, guys. Like, Pulisic showed up, they didn't know what to do.
No, Real Madrid is actually so hard because, like...
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, Cams, go on.
You know, I'm just going to say Courtois. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say Courtois.
Yeah, okay,
why?
Okay.
Well, why Courtois?
Because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, he's been the." Well, I say a lot of people. I've seen that comment, but I do see a lot of the hype he gets on Twitter. I don't watch Real Madrid's every game, but when I do watch him, he does make a few good saves. But at the same time, I see him do a lot of sus things, and people still saying he's like one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I still think he's a great goalkeeper, but I don't think he's top 5 in the world.
All right, come, yo, Ryan.
Just want to say that Jupe, Man United don't have ballers, fam. Like Marcus Rashford
is not man. Move on, fam, man. Yo, Real Madrid, man. Jesus Christ. Real Madrid, fam.
Real Madrid.
Yes.
Like Cam said, it's a hard one. I'd probably say Danny Carvajal, you know.
Random.
I see. I don't see him get much hype.
I've never seen someone put Carvajal on a pedestal.
Maybe because I've had a couple of Real Madrid fans who
I thought he was going to say maybe because I've had a couple of beers or something.
I thought he was going to say that.
Nah, I thought he was going to say that. But I've done a couple of lines or some shit for a minute.
Couple bevies.
Yeah, a couple of bevies talking and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a couple of bevies to touch in this. Well, go on. Carry on.
Just the way you said
Carvajal. I said, yeah, I was waiting for it to say I was maybe because I've had a couple bevies. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's because I've had a couple.
Nah, I've got a couple of mates. I've had a couple of mates with big like Real Madrid fans in it, and they've always seemed to like really hype up this guy. And when I see him, I think really good player, but like in his prime anyway. But not to the extent these guys were talking in it. Like, but so yeah. But again,
Alright,
it's like it's a bit like that. It's not really a lot of overrated players there, to be honest.
yeah. Jess?
Eden Hustle. No, I'm joking.
Hey, if you're talking direct to some Chelsea fans, yes. If you're talking to Lewis and Timo, yes, it would be Hazard, 100%.
No,
At the end of the day, Hazard made all your teams strip for 7 years, so get your shots in while you can.
100%. Like 110%. If Timo and Lewis was here, I would have said Hazard because they overrated because they want him back at Chelsea. Peter, you don't want Hazard back now. do
Hey,
you?
I'm
I'll be
here.
real.
I'm
I'll be
here.
real. If they take Werner,
Wait,
I'll take
whoa,
Hazard.
one at a time. Timo, relax. Go on. What are you saying, Peter? Please
If
answer
I
that
can get rid
question.
of if I can get rid of Werner, I'll take Hazard back, even if he's fat. I don't care.
No. Forget that. Like him doing back. Would you take Hazard back right now?
Like in all
Just a
seriousness,
spot in
to
yours.
try to win,
yeah,
no.
also,
Exactly.
But, like
Alright,
for the
okay.
vibes, I probably
okay.
would.
Yeah. For nostalgia reasons,
No,
yes, I get that. But go
alright,
on, Jez.
be real, but being real, okay. I would say Marcus Asensio because I can't lie. I've seen people hype this guy up, and I never understood why.
Nah, but that
even in
kid
the
said
Olympics, not even back in the day, even recently in the Olympics, that he scored one great goal that won them. I think not won them, but sent them to the final. And this all of a sudden he's some great player. And then he goes back to stinking up the place again. Has one good performance. Every Madrid fan that I'm seeing hyping this guy up, like I don't get it. Probably because he's Spanish. He's kind of like he's kind of like Mason Mount, the Spanish Mason Mount, but on the right side on the wing. Like I don't know,
Spanish.
something similar to that.
Spanish Mason Mount.
It's random, but I don't know. I just always see the hype, and I don't get it.
Sensio was a shout. Timo about to come in there and say Benzema, but Timo, most overrated player at Real Madrid.
Asensio.
God.
Yeah. I put
Ready for
Asensio
this.
Okay, go on. Why Asensio?
because I feel like the way that some people hype him, oh, he can play a right back. Yeah. Okay, well done.
No one
but-
said this. What?
What the fuck?
Bruh, I see
What?
one time he played
No,
right
you're
wing back,
lying.
bruh.
He's left-footed. Who would put him at right back?
This guy, yo.
Bruh, I see.
Timo
You're
just-
I love
lying.
this guy, you know. I love this
You're
guy.
lying.
You know?
Timo just making
I've
sure.
seen
Are you
him
referring
play
to
one
Lucas
time as a right
Vasquez?
wing back. I swear on my life, bro.
No. Timo. How many right wing backs do you know that are left-footed?
Yo, Timo
No,
legit
only
just be
him.
making shit up, you know. Yo, Timo just be making shit
Yo,
up.
I need
yo.
to go now, innit?
There's
Yo,
no
bless him.
way. Hey,
That's
big up.
all right. Big up. This guy just making shit up, you know. This guy
There's no
just
way
be
anyone
making
said
shit.
that. There's just no way.
This guy be making
Wait.
shit up, yo.
I was listening. What did he say?
He says people said he could play right back.
This guy be
Wait, who?
making shit up, yo.
Wait, who?
Sensio. Who said
You know,
this?
I think he mistook him with Vasquez.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you talking about Lucas Vasquez?
That was Vasquez. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it. See, I knew it.
Yeah, Sensio's never played right back in his life. He's a
okay.
lefty. He's never played right back. Bro.
You know what makes this? You know what makes this worse is the fact that no one's ever said Vasquez. You know, what I'm saying is a quality player. What are
Yeah,
you
like
talking
Lucas
about, yo?
Vasquez is literally just there. My friends in sport Madrid hate
He's
him.
literally a water carrier. He's the water
Yeah,
carrier.
he's just out there.
He's
Not even on
he's
water
like
carrier on the
James
pitch.
Milner, but like lower prop.
Yeah, and he literally carries the wall. You don't even carry water on the pitch. He carries the
I
actual
saw-
water balls.
Because the thing is, Asensio and Vasquez look alike, you know.
They don't though.
No,
Vasquez
they
is
don't.
darker and shorter.
Trust me, put
They
them
don't,
together.
though.
They don't. Essentially looks
Yo,
like Isco.
they don't?
He looks like Isco, but not like.
If you wanted to
Timo.
say like Asensio and Isco, kind of, I can hear you. But Vasquez is darker and way shorter.
Yo, Timo legit really like, you know what I'm saying? He really wanted to die on this hill. He was like, I'm leaving with something. You know what I'm saying? And that. This guy always tries to leave with something, but it's like, no, that's not him. He always moves it onto something else to try and get a victory elsewhere on the same topic. Yo.
Bro, he really does.
He really does, yo. Oh my God. For me, this is tough.
Overrated.
This is me for tough, as ever you might have mentioned. Would I go? Even though I think he is a good goalkeeper, I'd probably go Courtois. Because when I'm thinking more so when he got the move to Real Madrid, and now when I look at him in terms of modern day goalkeeping and the way the game's moved on, I don't think he's of the level of them in terms. I'm just talking about distribution. Him saving shots is calm, but I look at him distribution, it's like you're not of that level. So I'd probably go Courtois, because if we were to do a combined 11, people would try and get him in, whether it was against Liverpool, Chelsea, City, etc. So I'd probably go Courtois, probably. Last one we'll do, unless you might want to do the rest of the teams. Bayern Munich. Jez, what you telling
That's
me?
easy. I'll say Upamecano.
So you're saying go to you, Jez, then we'll go to you, teammate. Go on, Jez.
Most overrated player at Bayern Munich. I have a couple actually, but
Yeah, run
I
it,
think I'm
land
gonna
it, man. Get your buying slander off, fam.
First and foremost, Kingsley Coman. I don't think he's that good as people say it is. I think it's just his pace and the hairstyle that I think people like about him, and he's French as well. So I think all those three combinations is the reasons why people rate him. I don't see what people tell me he is because I've watched him as well. It's not that I don't watch this guy. The other guy I would say is like I think Timo said it, Upamecano. Like the hype. The hype that he was.
He doesn't start anymore. He's not even rated by his own club.
He's still getting. If you're talking about right now or just the reputation going into Bayern, this is what I'm talking about. Like his reputation before going to Bayern, and when he got to Bayern is they got the best play. They got the best centre back from RB Leipzig. But in my opinion, Konate was the best centre back at RB Leipzig at the time. Coming in, he has Nagelsmann he's going to have Nagelsmann as the coach there. He's going to do so well, and he's been terrible for me this season. So yeah,
he's played. I don't know how many off the bench, but he's played 22 matches in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, he has played. He has played this season.
22 matches.
Like for me, those two are probably. There's other players I could go into, but I think it would be kind of stupid to call it overrated.
And just side note, hey Lewis, you would kill for a Jadon Sancho in your attack. You'd kill more for a Jadon Sancho than you would a Christensen signature on a Chelsea contract. But here we are. Go on, carry on, Jess.
Those I think Kingsley Coman and Upamecano are the two overrated players in that team, in my opinion.
So you're saying Coleman and Upamecano. Timo.
I say Upamecano. That's number one.
Okay, why is it?
Same reason like Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I would say
that's going for Neuer.
He's good for Lewandowski.
Go on, why Lewandowski? Go on, talk about
it. He said Gnabry.
Oh, he said Gnabry. Okay. Why Gnabry?
Pace merchants.
Say again?
Pace merchants.
Oh, you just reckon he's just all pace?
Timo's probably got ripped up by Gnabry.
Yo, C1, you are lying as a Chelsea fan if you wouldn't take Jason. Jadon Sancho comes and lands and is your best attacker, and it's not even a debate. Cut the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't cut the shit.
Jadon Sancho's not from your end doesn't mean you have to shit on him.
Yeah, Jadon Sancho walks into Chelsea's team. Like, this is not what we do.
Unlike Reece James, so hold
that. He's your best attacker, like by far. It's not even a debate. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking that as well, Statman. I was thinking him, but he's not rated like that.
It's literally just random guy. That's like me shitting on Lucas Vazquez.
He's a squad player.
That's like me shitting on Lucas Vazquez. Who would do that?
Like Timo was.
I at least went for Tony Kroos. I at least tried.
I'm gonna say mine, yeah. But before I say it, put your pitchforks away.
Nah, we're gonna let you land. You know what I mean? We'll let you land.
I don't care, fam. I'm not a Bayern fan. Fuck him.
Yeah, but we'll let you because it's you comes. I'll let you land.
I'm gonna say Alphonso Davies, but bear in mind, I love Alphonso Davies. I think he's quality. But
yeah, that's a bit racist. I'm not gonna lie.
No. He's for the last few years he's had the best left back in the world shouts. he has not been the best left back in the world.
Wait, relax one sec. Go on.
He's not been the best left back in the world.
I'll show you. That's reasonable. That's why I let you land, fam. Like if Timo or Ryan would have said that, I would have jumped all over them. You know what I'm saying? And that pause. But
he's still amazing. He's amazing.
It's cool. And yes, of course, C1, you would take Jadon Sancho as your first choice rather than your third best centre back. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut the shit. You know what I'm saying?
C1, I know you would
kill. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You can go and find a Christensen. You can find a Christensen replacement. You can't find no Jadon Sancho, otherwise you'd have one in your squad and you don't. Your entire squad is not one. Put them all together. They can do the fusion dance of Dragon Ball Z, and they're not Jadon Sancho. You can put Lukaku, Werner, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Pulisic, Mason Mount rolled into one, and they're still not on Jadon Sancho's level. Like, cut the shit. You know what I'm saying? Sancho is clear. Yes, he is clear of him. Yes. Because Havertz scores some important goals. He's clear of him. Yes. What does Havertz do better than him? Nothing. We're saying, hey, you can't replace him because that's why he's going to Barca, fam. We move. I know you would Daniel. I know you take Sancho because Chelsea's attack is a wash. That's why you ain't in a title race.
Hey, look at these people camping in the comment section.
Let's not because Havertz had a good because Havertz spun Dan Burn and had a good touch and finish. All of a sudden he's going to Sancho.
Why is all this Havertz or Sancho like?
Because I said that Chelsea would take Sancho. Sancho's better than every Chelsea attacker. That's why.
Yeah, like it is.
Kennedy's funny.
Like it's fine.
Yeah, it is funny, but of course I know it. You know what I'm saying? You would. You trade all your attackers right now for Jadon Sancho. You know what I'm saying? Havertz is that good. That's why you lot were in talking title races and then your attackers fell off and it disappeared. Where was Havertz when you lot were drawing all those games?
Yeah, COVID. To be fair.
I'm saying that. Oh, did he have COVID? So his immune system couldn't stand up. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold that in it.
You know where he will
Hold
be
that
standing?
in it. I'm saying.
You know where he will be standing in the Bernabeu, the Champions League quarterfinal. You know who won't be there? Manchester United.
Yeah, because we want to drew them anyway. So hold that, Peter. Hold that.
Hey, you never know. Butterfly effect, yeah?
Hold that. I'm saying.
Hey, what a
He didn't,
goal.
wait. C1, he didn't play. How many games has he missed? Don't let me check Havertz and I've seen he's played 20 plus games.
In the
Don't
league,
let me check his
probably
stats in the
like
league. This is my point.
15,
How many games
17?
he played? How many has he played in the league?
Let me look actually right now.
Yeah, please check. I'm a
All the
double
teams
check.
have
I
you
don't
got?
trust you. Hold
Don't
it.
trust me.
I don't know the other team. I'm not even gonna lie. We've done the big five. Yeah, we can go through. I don't know them teams like that. I'm not gonna lie, but we can run through it. That's why I didn't even give mine for.
I don't even want to
Bayern.
like shit on Benfica or Villarreal.
No,
though.
I don't even know. I don't even know their players like that.
Should we
I'm
go
not
with
gonna lie.
Atletico then as the last team?
Yeah,
If you want,
okay.
this is where it's all right. Cool. 1 sec. I'm just having a look here. Let me have a look.
'Cause
Yo,
I
man's
know-
played
I know-
man's played 20 matches this season. I'm not hearing it. He's missed 9 games. He's missed 9 matches.
I'm looking. He started 16. He started.
He's missed 9 matches. Yeah, and he was holding bench to Timo Werner. And you lot are
Bro,
talking about
Havertz only
Jadon
put in
Sancho.
2 big chances. Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? You have this only, yeah. Man's holding bench
That's
to Timo Werner.
crazy.
You man talking about Sancho. And man's holding bench to Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's got 3 goals in 5 years or whatever it is. Like, come on, man.
Hey, it's
He's
4
not
goals in
Hazard.
4 years. Get it right.
Is it 4 and 4?
He's
Oh,
not Hazard.
my bad. My
Four.
apologies in that. You know what I'm saying? I got done to have had more kids in 4 years than he's got goals, but we move. You know what I'm saying in that? Let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Kai Havertz had double digits in the Prem before Timo Werner.
Jeez.
Mazza.
Oh yeah, Atletico Madrid.
Koke.
Koke, you say?
Yeah, Koke. He's got
Yeah,
I
the
say.
skill.
I
He's been
agree
there a
with that.
decade. I respect him, but let's not lie. You put a Kondogbia, you put a DePaul and one other in the midfield, you're cooking fine.
Oh, yeah. Have we gone on to Atletico Madrid? What are you saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, Koke.
it's the last team.
You saying Koke? I don't know enough about Atletico Madrid or Bayern. That's why I did it.
I'm not going to be edgy and make the João Felix shout because all you people
Yeah.
are weird.
Yeah, people are going to say,
Yeah,
"Oh, it's John Felix."
See, I would have said Sony, guess, but he's not there anymore, obviously. So, overrated at Atletico Madrid.
Said
Fuck.
Sancho.
I say Jimenez, the centre back.
Yeah, man. Have to have the. What's this? 1 league goal per trophy. What do you mean? You see that? Yeah. Wait, 1 league goal per trophy.
Yeah, it's Hudson-Odoi. Respect.
Oh yeah. Oh nah. I like Hudson-Odoi. I thought you were talking about Havertz, so I let it slide. You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, so was at Chelsea. So like, what are we doing here?
I feel like I want to say All Black.
Anyways, I'll say
You say no black.
I feel like I want to say All Black.
Overrated is crazy though because he's just in a different
Exactly.
sport.
He's having a bad
This is what-
season. That's what I mean. I feel like I want to see him.
Calling him overrated because he's having the worst season of his career is crazy to me.
no. I say for me,
Atletico Madrid's a hard one.
for me, I'm saying him as the centre back for someone that I've seen getting hyped up on the timeline because he has a high rated FIFA card. He gets injured so many times. Like he's barely even there. Like he probably has more appearances in the hospital bed than on the pitch. So, yeah, I'm saying him.
See, another one. I want to say Marcus Llorente, but
Hey, he bins out your team. Don't be salty. What's up? Nah, for real. Like Koke is the only one I can think of that has like a big reputation and just like strip.
Antoine Griezmann.
nah.
Griezmann years back. Griezmann again. Griezmann's one of those. I hear pure hypes around him, but then I watch him and I'm like,
But like, when was the last time you heard Griezmann hype? Like,
nah, this is what I'm saying. No, I'm just saying not recent. I'm saying in general. Like when he was at Atletico originally, then when he moved to Barcelona.
But the thing is,
2016
what-
Griezmann, prime Griezmann, 2016.
So it's just that one season,
until
innit?
he went to Barca.
Because 2018 and 17.
Like he
that's what
genuinely
people
was
call it.
worth the hype until he went to Barca. So like,
And then that killed
it's like
it.
Griezmann is overrated now. When he went back to Atletico with his tail between his legs and no one rates him like that, it's like I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think.
What about Thomas Lamar? Is Thomas Lamar a shot?
No, I think no. He's not rated. He's not
Why not?
rated enough. And
If you
actually,
would have told me
he's
Thomas Lamar in 2017, I would have said, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, 2017.
but I think even right now he's performing well. But again, no Atletico Madrid fans.
It's hard with Atletico Madrid because who actually rates their players like to a high level?
To a high standard, yeah.
Okay, it's the only answer, guys.
Yeah.
I'd say him and
He shouldn't, low key.
I'd say him and this, but I heard you cook it though.
You lot continue to get your questions in as well before we close out the show. Like I said, any sport, past or present, you lot, it can be football, it can be basketball. We're going to get into some stuff. It can be boxing, cricket, UFC, whatever you want to ask people. Obviously, members' comments take priority as well as super chats as well. But Snoop says here, question to y'all, name an underappreciated baller who you rate highly.
Kovacic.
Elise, Kovacic, Peter saying, Cam's saying, Elise, Jez, what are you telling me?
I've been in Kovacic high for 4 years.
Come back to me in a sec, yeah.
I'll come back to you. Timo. Has to be currently playing as well. So don't mention Dennis Wise or some bullshit.
What cup is this?
Oh my god. Question. Name an underappreciated baller who you rate highly.
Oh, underappreciated.
Yes.
Can you read, Timo?
Nah, I'm in my bed right now, so Joao Felix.
So you can't read because you're in your bed. All right, you're saying Joao Felix.
Underappreciated baller who you rate highly.
I said Joao Felix.
This is tough. I'm trying to think, is there an underappreciated baller who I rate highly? Yeah, for me, it is.
Joao Felix,
So I rate highly. Like,
you should have just hopped in Kovacic bandwagon 4 years ago, like I did.
Yeah, forget all that.
Jorginho.
I got one.
What's up?
Go on, I'm letting him land. You saying Jorginho?
Yeah, I said Jorginho.
This guy's just throwing names at the wall, man.
Yeah, he really is. I'm going to say, because I've really been impressed with him this season. Imran Loser. That's what I'm going to say. All jokes aside, like I legit rate him highly. We back up. I love that answer. That is fantastic.
I was going to say, Loser, Tyreek Mitchell at Palace. Shout out to
that was the one I was literally about to say.
Hey, hold that.
Let me find another one. Then.
Nah, shout out Tyreek Mitchell though, about to get his first England cap in this round of friendlies because Reece James is going to get pulled out of that squad. So Tyreek Mitchell,
Tomori as well.
Tomori, but like he's like a midst title race. He's going to go very quickly from underrated to severely overrated if they win this title.
I'm getting him now.
You gotta buy it. You gotta buy now before it bursts, right? Kyle Walker-Peters, I think is a name.
Broja.
I don't think he's underappreciated though. Like, there's the Cobham hype behind Broja. I think by default, anybody that comes out of Cobham cannot be like underappreciated or underrated.
Basuma.
They're all severely overrated.
Basuma's a shout. Basuma is definitely a shout. Hold that C1. Notice how your guy didn't get no mentions, fam. Your guy's ads is empty, fam. You know what I'm saying? You clicked on it and it said fail to load. You know what I'm saying?
I would say Walker-Peters, someone else.
Oh, that's a good one. Naby Keita. Naby Keita is one that I've been talking about for a long time.
Don't tell that to Ryan. Don't tell that to Ryan.
I've never understood the Naby Keita hit. Barry's injury record, I've never understood like that. People say he's a bad player and stuff. I've never understood it.
Havertz.
He's not. He's literally. We have people in the chat saying he's better than Jadon Sancho. What are we talking about?
What are you on about, fam?
Yo, Cucurella.
Yeah.
Cucurella's But do I rate him? I just rate him. Here's why it's tough for me, because I rate these players when naming, but I don't rate them highly. That's why
this is the issue. If I don't take the rate highly part, if I take that away, I would say Rodrigo Bentancur. I think he's
I'm saying Neymar. And people say he's not underappreciated. He's definitely underappreciated.
Cams, I know you watch the Neymar documentary. You can stop the
he's underappreciated. He's underappreciated. He's the definition of underappreciated. I'd say Benzema before this season as well.
And you lot continue to get your questions in. Big up to Dan. Obviously, I get back to this guy. I did start a message as well. Big up the panel. Hope everyone is well. It's been a long day for me and my dad. Birthday 58, and that took him out at a great time. Way to end the day with some Sarcasm, CTV, and sleep. Big up to Dan each and every single time. Snoop's here, the first advocate for Serie A. Large up to my guy Snoop. Says, can't lie, I watch Serie A, and Koulibaly is better than all the Premier League centre backs.
Yeah, I don't agree with you, but I think he's like, if you put him in the Prem, I think he's instantly top 3 or 4.
Nah, I think it's overhyped. Koulibaly's overhyped.
You know what? There's you know what? There's a Ryan curse. There's a Timo curse. When Timo says he don't rate a player, that means that player is good.
Timo, you think Koulibaly's overhyped?
Yeah.
Based on what?
How?
Is he getting Chelsea's team?
Yes. Oh my
Of course he
God.
does.
Yes.
Yes.
He's better than He's better than
I wanna
Christensen.
see-
Yes,
I
he
wanna
does.
ask Timo that.
Timo, did you just say
No. I'll take Kunde over Koulibaly all day.
Did you just say?
Wow, that's mad.
Timo,
Sure,
Timo,
man.
are you crazy? Do you want to sit up and come to the camera and say that again? Are you insane?
I'll take Kunde over.
Yes, he is, Pio.
You'll take
He is
Kunde
insane.
over Koulibaly
Serie
based
A
on what,
tax,
Timo?
no, Serie A
Based on
tax,
what?
Serie
An
A
ultimate
tax.
team card?
Serie A tax.
Oh yeah, wait. Before we go, where does Kunde play?
Sevilla.
In a league, and he don't rate La Liga like
You got
that.
knocked
That
out
is not
Europa
doing.
League.
And hold on. You said Syria attacks.
Where you getting the best centre back from?
Before you go, yeah. Before you go, yeah. You said Syria attacks. Do you rate Theo Hernandez?
No.
Of course not. Of course he doesn't. Why would Timo
fair
rate good
enough.
players?
Who are the top defenders in the league? Who are the
Why
top
would he rate good
defenders in the
players? He
league?
rates
Please.
Timo Werner. Of course not. He just said
Okay, what about
Koulibaly's overrated.
Do you rate Tomori? Do you rate Tomori?
Jess, this is not ultimate team. Relax yourself.
No,
bro.
I'm asking.
Oh, ironic coming from you. Ironic. Do you rate Tomori, Timo?
Ultimate team, man.
Tomorrow, no.
Of course not.
Alright, cool.
So you don't rate any players in Serie A, basically,
No.
but you rate players in La Liga.
Only Kunde.
Only Kunde.
So you don't rate, but you don't. So you don't wait. So you don't rate Modric, no?
No.
But literally, the Liga's centre backs are very
This guy trying to
thin.
say Koulibaly wouldn't get into our team.
Yes,
Why you fucking lie?
I'm not letting
Why
that
you
go.
always
How can we let that go?
Koulibaly gets in every Prem team.
Why?
He gets in every Prem team.
Why does he not get in? So who in your eyes, Timo, is Chelsea's 3 best defenders?
Please don't say AC.
Is Thiago Silva, Rudiger, and AC, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put Aspi in there as well, but Aspi is definitely
Oh,
not
my
good.
This is why we can't have like fans in charge of the club at all. We will never make it out the hood.
You ain't making out the hood, yo. You ain't making out the hood. All right, here we go. So wait. Before we continue, so stop. So you don't rate defenders in the league, yo. So you don't rate defenders in the league, correct? That's what you're telling me.
Except Kunde. I said
Okay, so when AC goes to La Liga, will you still rate him?
No.
So you don't rate him now, then?
Only rate AC when he was he's still at Chelsea. Not in La Liga.
This guy's
So
been
realistically,
drinking
you don't rate
a
him.
proper
You
Chelsea
don't rate
Kool-Aid,
him.
you know. This is crazy. This is nuts.
This guy tried to say Azpilicueta over Koulibaly in 2022.
Yeah, this guy wilding, yo. This guy wilding.
Oh my days.
This guy wilding.
Guys, Koulibaly is instantly a top 5 center back if he comes to the Prem tomorrow.
This guy's
100%.
wilding. I take Koulibaly in a heartbeat. I'm not gonna lie.
Imagine Koulibaly and Van Dijk. Oh my god.
Koulibaly in any center back at any of the serious teams is incredible.
Koulibaly and Varane could work. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. Make that happen.
Oh, like
Koulibaly, Thiago
this guy
Silva,
said
Rudiger.
Kunde over Koulibaly with chest.
Hey, well, Kunde
This is a guy. This is a guy who said the Lakers are going to win 21 out of their last 25 games. So here we are.
Actually,
Well-
you know what? Speaking of the Lakers, before
Yeah,
we
let's
close
go.
out, none of you niggas. I see you all in the comments. Don't run away.
Fuck off, Daniel, man. This is your fault.
Abdul,
Fucking twat.
all you freaks, step to the front. I need to talk to you. All right. Speaking of the Lakers, Timo, you predicted 21-4, right, in that stretch or whatever it was. Can anybody tell me what the Lakers' record is post All-Star break?
It is 2-8. Yo, Cams, bless up.
More
Yeah,
than
catch
eight.
up with you
More than
soon.
8, brother. It's more than 8.
Is it more than 8? 2-10?
Higher than 8.
2-10?
Is let me actually just count.
Or is it 3-11 or some shit?
They lost 2 in February. They got smoked at home twice. So 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 1-4, 1-6.
Daniel, man, this is your fault. Why do you ask that question?
Nah,
Man?
don't go anywhere. Don't go
8,
anywhere.
2-9, 3. They're 3-10 since the All-Star break. 3-10, and he said they were going to go 21-4.
So about that, Timo, talk to us. What's your thoughts? Can you turn it around? Do you want to revise it? Wait. Do you want to revise it?
I'm already investing in the play-ins already, man. Like,
You have no choice because you can't make it out of the
have
play.
no choice. I told
can't make it out
were
the hood.
playing
that's the thing.
down
I have
months
no
ago.
choice.
My
I'm
point
literally
is, do you want to revise it?
no.
The Lakers currently sitting 10th place in the Western Conference.
Wait, are they 10th? No, they're not
Yes,
10th.
the Pelicans won today. Yes. Yes.
Oh my days.
The Lakers currently sit 10th, meaning the season ended today. They'd be going to New Orleans for a playing game.
Timo, do you want to revise your picks from now? Like we can go through this. You know what? We gonna do this. We gonna run through
you know
it.
what? Lakers got 11 games left. Let's talk about it.
We gonna run there. Let's talk about it.
4. You guys ain't winning more than 4. Get over it.
Let's run it. Because what are they currently? What, 3-11? Did you say?
3-10 post All-Star break.
3-10. 3-10. You know, about said they go at 21-4. You know,
the Suns are 10-4 without Chris Paul, but the Lakers are 3-10 because they apparently have no AD and they can't be competitive.
Right. 1 sec. I'm going through this. Who's Lakers' next game again?
Cavs tomorrow.
Cavs tomorrow. All right. We are. Wait, no, we're not doing a watch along for that.
Oh,
the watch alongs are on this. No, we're not. What I'm saying is there is watch alongs. NBA watch alongs will be throughout the international break. Check out the local live stream schedule.
We'll be doing somebody in the Nets tomorrow.
Nets Jazz we'll be doing on Monday night. Wednesday
Jazz.
night you'll get Grizzlies Nets and Lakers 76ers. Saturday night you get Heat Nets, and Sunday night you'll get Pelicans and Lakers. People. All right, here we go. 1 second.
Cavs.
So
Cavs tomorrow.
All right, so Timo, what you got? Lakers Cavs.
W.
Okay, let's go. 7-6ers.
I've ever heard.
Yep.
I'll take an L.
All right.
So 7-6ers.
Mm-hmm.
What is
What's
What's the after 76ers then?
Pelicans.
After
Pelicans.
Pelicans away is after the 76ers. Are you winning or are you not winning?
W.
Okay, Mavericks away.
L.
Jazz away.
L.
All right, so the Lakers are 2-3 according to Timo heading into April. Pelicans at home.
W.
Nuggets at home.
W.
Okay, Suns away.
L.
All right, Warriors away.
L.
Thunder at home.
W.
And Nuggets away, last game of the season.
L.
All right, so I think Timo predicted them go 5-6.
It's pretty reasonable for him, even though I disagree.
Yeah, I think they're going 4-7, brothers.
Yeah,
What 4 games you got winning?
They will. They're not winning a game for the rest of the month. Okay. They'll beat the Pelicans at home. They'll beat the Nuggets. They will beat the Thunder. And they'll beat the Nuggets on the last day because the Nuggets will rest all their players.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Fair enough. And look, Westbrook is
Says
going.
the Lakers are winning the rest of your games. Okay. Keep in mind, the Lakers' record winning streak for the season is 4. There are 11 games left. 11 is a number much bigger than 4. There's no precedent for this. Your second best player is injured. But yes. All right, Westbrook is goated, is drinking the Kool-Aid again. They're losing 2 or 3 max. Brother, you're losing 3 games this week.
You got the Cavs, the 7-6ers, and the Pelicans.
You're losing your next 3 games, brother.
I could easily see them losing the next 3 games. What's that losing streak currently? Is it 1? Because they won.
Just got 1 because they beat the Raptors. Everyone's like, nobody wants to see a healthy idea in LeBron. And then they lost to the Wizards, who had the longest losing streak in the league at the time.
So listen, when I saw that, I was like, huh? They lost to the
I'll blame this on Daniel, man. Daniel.
Blame on the people who were playing.
Yeah, how's it Daniel's fault?
Exactly. Like if you would just listen to,
I was looking for a piece of not a Lakers slander here.
We will be doing this.
Yeah, this is your fault, fam.
You thought you could run, Timo.
This is your fault, fam. This is your fault. And see what I see you with that. And see what left you out here in the trenches. He tried to act like tell them about LeBron. See what we've not seen you. You know what I'm saying? But Lakers again.
Are the Lakers going to make the playoff? Fuck no. And if they do, they're losing 4 games to the Suns. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs other than they're the Lakers? Is there any basketball reasons for this? Like they've played 71 games. They are what they are.
It's just emotions. And shit,
Yeah,
man.
I'm with you, Westbrook. Good. Enemy in progress. Exactly.
Are they they're about a 10th, you know? Right. Could they get caught by the Trailblazers? Could they miss out?
If the
They could.
Trailblazers, the weird thing is,
Yeah.
if the Trailblazers actually wanted to win, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
but they're
they
throwing
could catch
throwing
them. The
games.
Trailblazers and Spurs could catch them. Like the Spurs are winning in Golden State right now. The Lakers could only be 2 games ahead of 11th by tomorrow evening. Like they could get snuffed. Like I don't think they will, because I don't think the Spurs care particularly, or the Blazers. So they'll hold on to 10th. But like if let's look at the East, right? So 10th place in the Eastern Conference is Atlanta at 35 and 36.
Mhm.
The Lakers are 30 and 41.
Jesus.
That is good enough for 12th in the East. They have the same record as the Knicks.
Yo, they really are. The LA Knicks.
They're the West Coast
Mind,
Knicks,
like
bro.
the Knicks.
They are the
They're
West
the
Coast
Knicks
Knicks.
with the Gucci bag. That's all it is. They're the Knicks with the Gucci bag in nice weather and some nicer hoes. Like that's it. It's the same. It's the same.
That's a host.
Yeah, it's just
I ain't
better
gonna lie.
looking
I'm
hoes.
go on, fam.
It's just better
That's
looking
it.
hoes. It's nicer weather. It's just more traffic. Like, bro, this is the Knicks. You're the West Coast Knicks.
Oh. Yo, you lot run the likes up as well, man. How we not on 40 likes? This is despicable. But yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, go on, Jez, go on.
Your team, you don't want to defend your team getting called the Knicks, the West Coast Knicks, and that.
See that? You know what? You know what he looks like there? The Lakers getting tucked in. Yeah, me per usual. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the Lakers are. You know how bad some of these games are gonna be.
Yo, look, like they got the Cavs. I can see them losing to the Cavs, losing to the
Yes.
76ers, losing to the Mavs, losing to the Jazz, and losing to the Pelicans again.
You know what? Their best chance for a win in the rest of the month was yesterday. These niggas aren't winning.
Yo, legit, and they play. Sorry, they play to cut you off. They play the Pelicans and they play the Nuggets the day after.
Yes. They're
I
getting
could see them.
smacked.
I could see them losing both those. They could be 0-7.
Yeah, they can. They literally can.
They're the LA
last-
Knicks. It's true though. The Lakers are the LA Knicks. Don't let the names fool you. They're literally the Knicks on the West Coast. It's the same. Everybody comes to LA. Their hoes are sitting 3 rows up from the court, so they want to show out and go crazy. We see it every day. Let's be honest. LeBron scored 50 a few times. They're 3 and 10 after the All-Star break. Who cares?
These motherfuckers are the like. If I had to look at a football club right now, there might be AC Milan. Just hit
They're
Heritage
worse.
FC.
They're worse.
Heritage FC.
The Lakers need new players. They don't even have any draft picks, brother. How are we getting new players? How are we getting new players? How's it happening?
Oh.
You know what? Lakers fans, I hope they get to the play-in.
They got old Lakers. They got day-to-day Davis who doesn't want to play basketball.
Day-to-day.
Oh,
Like,
I hope we get to play them. You know how lit that would be for the channel? Oh
like-
my god!
Like Foka is not doesn't seem to be an NBA coach.
You know what's
And the
crazy?
Lakers,
They're
it's
worse.
like he coaches them to get
They're
get
worse.
fired.
Yeah, they're worse
They're
than United.
worse.
They are worse.
they must be United.
At least we're
The
in
Lakers
contention
have
for
the
top 4.
Warriors, the Clippers, and the Suns in their own little division. They're just a step above the Kings. It's bad. It's so bad. Like you guys don't realize. You guys don't realize how bad it is, how peak it is. Like if you guys think the Lakers are going to be back next year, I have a bridge to sell you in Nigeria. Like it's not going to happen. You might make the playoffs. You might even get to the second round. But the Clippers, the Suns, the Warriors, the Nuggets are all, and the Grizzlies are all better basketball teams than your team.
Yeah, I know
I'm convinced. Like,
I'm not even going to go Mavs, Jazz, or any team that might get better. I'm just going off like health. The Nuggets are missing 2 of their 3 best players. Clippers are missing their 2 best players. They're the teams that sit ahead of you still.
Yeah,
You have LeBron and Westbrook. You can still win and compete. Where has that been the whole season?
I think that's a little bit too late for that.
Like you had 71 games and you won 30. What are you talking like?
You don't even have a 500 record. Like what the hell?
For example, right? The Lakers have 30 wins. The Knicks have 30 wins. 30 plus 30 equals 60. The Suns have 58. What are we talking about?
So you're saying basically you're saying the New York Knicks and the LA Knicks combined have just 2 more games combined as the Suns have as a solo franchise.
60 and 82. We are 58 and 14. The Lakers this season have lost as many games as the Suns have in the last two seasons, last two regular seasons.
Like, bro, the Clippers.
They might lose 50 this season. 50 games. 50 games. You know how hard it is? You play 3 times a week for 6 months, and you lose 50 times. And you have LeBron James on your team, and Anthony Davis.
I'd Russell Westbrook.
3 consensus Hall of Famers, and you might run 50 L's.
Well, see, that's the crazy thing. Your little so-called little brothers here had the 2 best players of a good amount of time. The best player is probably Reggie Jackson, and yet they're still better than you on the record, and they're still bitching.
Clippers beat them 4 times.
4 times in a row.
Do you know how the Biles
4 times?
That's like Man United beating City with all Pogba and David De Gea. What the hell?
Yo, Tebow's got no fight left, yo. That's how you know it's over. Tebow's finished, yo.
I just don't like the thing that gets me is like the random optimism because we're the Lakers. Like you have no draft picks, you have a tradable asset that no one wants. Cough, cough, Russ. You don't know what you have out of AD. LeBron's 38 next year. Has 1 more year left on his contract. You're gonna need a new coach. You're gonna need a new coach. Like, what are we talking about?
Hey, bro, I might be reaching with this one. I might be reaching with that one, but I see Tottenham Hotspur win a trophy before this Lakers team can ever win one with a championship. There's no way.
What?
No way.
Easy.
Yes.
Before
this Lakers team, the way they're constructed, no way they're winning NBA
the Lakers
championship.
have 1 first-round pick in the next 7 years. They don't even own it.
No, I'm telling you, Timo, and you know it's right. You know it. And you see it. The evidence is literally on
you
the
guys,
tape.
you guys
The
think
proof
this
is
year
in
is
the pudding.
bad? You think this year is bad? Wait till next year when LeBron's slaving away and you're 42-40 and losing the first round of the Suns again.
LeBron's already talking about wanting to play with
the Suns. Guys, you think the Suns are going anywhere? We haven't had Chris Paul for a month. We've won 10 of our 14 games without him.
Oh yeah, the Suns are a problem. 100%.
It doesn't matter. Like all this like injuries, like put AD on that team. We'll play you without Chris Paul. We'll still whoop your ass. Like, it doesn't matter.
With AD, if AD is playing, you probably win like 3 more games than right now. Like
if AD was healthy the whole season, the Lakers might be 41-41. What's the big difference? You lose in the first round instead of the play-in?
Yep.
Like where is the ceiling with this team? It's just not high.
Playing. A first round. Nah, they're stealing their very best is a playoff exit in the first round.
Yeah, first round
respectful 5 games to the Suns. I'll give you 1 because you have
LeBron monster in it.
But
LeBron
if you
monster.
pack you in 4 games in a row, don't be surprised.
56 points of LeBron James.
That's
what
cool.
was that?
Where was that against the Suns, Timo? Where was that 56 against the Suns when you said they were up 60 and you were down 127 to like 98? Where was that? And you know what? We play you again in 2 weeks.
Don't do this.
They're gonna cook you again.
We need to stream.
They're gonna cook you again, yo.
I'm gonna be MIA that day. I'm gonna be MIA.
Oh, you do the C? Wait, you'll do the C1, yeah? Are you just leaving the trenches, fam? Yeah, you do the C1.
I'll be MIA.
You wanted
I'll
this.
be MIA.
You wanted a wizard stream.
I'll be off somewhere, like in Bahamas. You know.
What happened?
Chilling with the Lakers there together.
Because if you remember, on January 20th, we did a Suns Mavericks stream. You guys in the comments spent the first half telling me the Suns were overrated, the Suns were not good because we were losing, right? All you Lakers fans had the most to say. You simultaneously said the Lakers were getting the 5th seed instead of the Mavericks, who were winning at the time and are objectively a better team, right? People, the Lakers 5th seed. I said, what? Why are we encouraging this? This is ridiculous. I said 7th. You guys all acted like I was killing somebody by saying the Lakers have finished 7th. You would die to finish 7th. You can't even finish 7th. You're 12 games behind with 11 games left, brothers. You can't finish 7th. It's impossible. The Timberwolves could not play for the next 2 weeks. They're still above you.
Oh my God! Yeah, see what dipped.
The Sun team was overrated. That's cool. You could think that. You have a Westbrook Abbey. This is ironic. Extremely ironic.
Hey.
Westbrook's about to have his 4th different team in 4 years, brother, and you're calling my team overrated. That's so funny.
Oh my God!
What do you think the Celtics' feeling is this year? Probably the conference finals. I don't think they're beating a Boston, but the Celtics are actually a very good team. They're one of the hottest teams in the Eastern Conference. I do rate them.
Oh, and just a side note, because someone asked about why not on Twitch. We could be going back to Twitch next month, but just keep a
If we
lookout.
go back
We
to Twitch,
could be.
Lakers fans run.
We could be going back to Twitch. That's a possibility. There could be a Sarcasm City shakeup, as somebody called it. I think it was Manch. So you could get the NBA and other non-Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs going back. Basically, all the watch-alongs, football related on Twitch, all the NBA watch-alongs could be on Twitch, and then you might get the gaming over here as well, people. Just trying to iron out some things. So we'll see. That could happen at the start of next month, which would be, what's the first game? I think it's a Nets game anyway, on the 1st of April. Well, I did look at this. Yeah. The 1st of April. Yes, I believe so. It's a good game.
No, that's a Suns Grizzlies.
Yes, I knew there was some good games when I looked at it.
Grizzlies, and we got Pelicans Lakers. If you Lakers fans want to be miserable.
Okay, I knew it was something like that. I knew it was good games anyway. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, 100%. Well, Timo Soul's already left. You know what I'm saying? We left with that a long time ago.
I understand.
Oh man, so it falls under because it's over here, obviously. So the 1st of April would be Nets Bucks. And then if you wanted, we could do Jazz Lakers later. I might be
I'm down. I'm down to watch the Lakers.
Down. If this deal comes through, then yeah, I'm will do Jazz Lakers in it. So that means as well, people, you'll get more NBA. You'll get more. What's it called? I don't know why, man. He's just chilling like this, but yes, you'll get more NBA watch-alongs. Like obviously, we've been a little bit more.
You guys are so cute.
We've been a little bit more picky, like, and more sporadic. Yeah. But if we do go back to Twitch, it literally will be NBA games, like originally, like every night. People there'll be watch-alongs, if not 1, 2, unless it's completely dead, and you might just get a Q&A on there.
Yeah,
maybe. But yeah, it would start if we do move. We would do Nets Bucks, Jazz Lakers. That would be the first ones over on the Twitch, and then like Peter said, Grizzlies Suns. And then Lakers, Pelicans. And then, yeah, there's some good games still. Bulls, Heat, Hawks, Nets. There's games.
All right, season's not over.
And then we'll bring the playoffs to you regardless, people.
Yes.
We'll bring you every playoff game. Both East and West Coast. Both. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, you lot can continue to hype up. And I will be putting this one out onto, because someone asked, start putting the Q&As back on the audio platforms as well. Because you lot asked. So I'll start doing that 100%. I think it's been an entertaining show. I've laughed per usual. We're back tomorrow, people. I'll be with Statman Baines on his Twitch at 5:30 p.m. I don't know what we're talking about, but check that out. And then on here, it'll be the Nets. Who's playing? The Nets are playing someone. Nets Jazz. That's it. I was gonna say Jazz. Nets Jazz, which will start at 12:30, people. So we'll be bringing you that on here, and then check out the rest of the upcoming live stream schedule as well. Daniel, it'll be good to have you about as well. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. It is road to 4K. And make sure you check out the upcoming live stream schedule and hit the notification bell for each individual video. Because sometimes you lot land late and say YouTube didn't notify me. So you know what time it is now. Go hit the notification bell for each individual video. I've updated it till Saturday. I'm going to do Sunday tomorrow. But yeah, man, large up everyone that has locked in. Peter and Sun slander is brilliant. It's like Surfer and Spurs slander. It's the same shit. It's great.
You guys don't understand. I do hate the Lakers, but like objectively, your team is garbage. It's so easy. Like you guys think I hate LeBron? That's not it. I'm indifferent as fuck about LeBron. I grew up in Southern California. Nothing but regional Lakers fans. The YouTube comments is nothing. I'm used to this. In my group chats, no one talks basketball anymore.
No one.
Suns Lakers score in there, and people just like shut up. I was like, all right. Lakers fans, when do we play you again? We got one more game against you, Bombs.
Yeah, they play him soon. It's like 5 games.
I hope you guys win enough to get to the playoffs. I want a series with you though.
I'd love to see
the Lakers in April 5th. That's a Tuesday.
So you will get a watch along.
Game. You might as well take that shit off. But
you will get a watch along for that, people. I promise you.
Oh yeah, so Timo will be here. He'll be
here.
Timo's
one of the few. I think he legit will be here, 100%.
That'll be the day of the Champions League second leg against Real Madrid. But yeah, we'll be here, guys.
And all right, Timo.
Yeah, I can't get to Spain. Yeah, visa stuff.
Yeah, hold that.
My God. But yeah, big up to Peter, big up to Timo, Jez, Cams, Ryan, who were all on. Large up you lot in the chat. Fantastic, as always, in it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Back tomorrow. The Sarcasm City Sports Q&A will be back Wednesday, people. But you get every Sunday night, every Wednesday night. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.